game for the club. He tossed the coin. He won the toss. The Brisbane Lions will kick to the left of screen in what's going to be a very tough contract for them. The Eagles showed some real form last week. Some of the form that we expected from them in the first 6 rounds. So a slow start. Can they continue that momentum? Nick Nat up against Leuenberger and straight over the top, but Rockcliffe read it and gave it over to Maloney. So the first clearance for the Lions. Buick went down, crashing through Lyle. Brown goes back to Smith. Kicks out wide. Here's the first gamer in Hutchings. Down the line, the kick. This came from Selwood, out in front of Darling.
Good result, no doubt about that. Big Nick Nat Nui just jumped all over the top of Matty Leuenberger.
As if he wasn't there.
Big Matty hasn't been back in the comp too long, but he knows he has now. Big knee in the chest.
Nat Nui again with the knock. Rosa reads it best for the Eagles. Inside 50 they go, 2-on-1. Knocked down, Shuey is there. Zorko got him, Shuey wanted the free. On hands and knees, McGrath. Golby runs the gauntlet. He did it reasonably well, but Zorko under some pressure. Mays, Golby, Rains, good pressure from the Eagles. Strong tackling. Leuenberger forced to help out. Rosa gives it back to Hill. Smothered off the boot. It's an intense start from both sides in close, as you'd expect. Not 15 there, Shuey. Well, he always wins one at free kick because he just knows there's pressure coming. He just rolls that shoulder. Shuey spots Hill in the pocket, or the second option, the longer lead is Kennedy.
Well, just the tackling pressure from the West Coast Eagles, I think, would be very encouraging signs for their supporters and the coaching staff in the box. Already, we've seen Darwin presented up at the ball, and now Kennedy. And he was very good last week with 4 goals. Darwin 5 goals. Lacra's another option we saw lead up at the ball as well. So the potency of the West Coast Eagles forward 50 is already evident.
Well, it was that potency that we expected to see from round 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what's been so disappointing so far.
Kennedy with the infamous stutter. It's not bad off the boot, though. It doesn't matter what it looks like on the run-up. It's a super kick, and the key forward starts well for the Eagles.
Well, we know he's got a unique kicking style. I reckon he's put in a couple extra stutters there.
I reckon he's
for that one.
Yeah, there's a couple extra on top there
to balance up.
Yeah, here's the kick in. Now, beautiful pass from Shuey. Now, Daniel Merritt is very, very quick on the lead, but you're just going to struggle to stop that one if you're playing behind. And that's a fantastic kick, good mark, and probably even more impressive. Here's the stutter. Look at it. You see the body just going up and down, the jaws, the cheeks, slots it through.
Sensational replay of the result on the body in slow-mo of the stutter.
The jows.
Here's the Eagles goal spread you talked about from last week. Have a look at that. That's just superb.
Just potency. Midfield potency, forward 50, deadly.
So Kennedy is kicking very well for goal this year.
I'm just against that Merritt thing following him in the ball. I don't care how quick you are. Kennedy's quick too. I think he's got to start playing in front and let Kennedy try and jump on his shoulders. Not a natural high mark, so just take the punt and go to the front. You've got nothing to lose.
Leuenberger won that one. Got it down to Leicester.
I agree, Shorey. And you've got to engage the body. Try to dictate where the forward leads. So don't give him the choice of just leading straight up. And especially there might be a bit of a ball coming down there, so you want to try to put him off by getting the 105-kilo body into him.
Eagles get all the numbers back here just to make it hard for the Lions to find a way through.
Well, they've got to be patient here, the Lions. And this is where they have fallen down in the past. Bit of patience to chip it around and try to sneak the ball forward, and then hopefully their last kick is a 15, 20-metre pass inside forward 50. So a bit of patience.
Clark's kick out wide. This is Mays, the boys talked about earlier. Young South Australian. Heads inside 50. Looking for Redden. Numbers for the Eagles. Selwood wants the 1-2 from Nick Nat. He might even get it again from Hutchins. Selwood everywhere at the moment. Hutchins goes down. Advantage not taken by Selwood. And Mark Hutchins into the game early. Wellingham. Now forced to kick down the line to a long lead. Almost the mark completed by Cox. Adcock. Leicester. Handball was okay to Rockcliffe. Hanley. The rising star of the Lions, who'll need to be at his best today. Polkinghorne, the match winner from last year. His kick this time cut off.
Now they've got the spread here. They're away.
And over the top to Hill.
Here goes Hill. Gets the short one from Kennedy. Hill can kick a goal here. One bounce, it's a little bit slippery, it needs to be careful, decides not to risk the second bounce, and in the end, I think the fact that the ball didn't come up perfectly off the first bounce,
just rushed him.
It just rushed him a bit. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's just the difference in the transition from half back to the forward line of both teams. Certainly a lot more confident West Coast with their rebound off half back.
Kicked straight down the middle, but unfortunately for the Lions, it's straight to Kennedy, and again inside 50 they go, and if it's not Kennedy, it's Darling.
Yeah, one will get you. I just don't think against the West Coast Eagles, and especially today, that the long 50-metre kick, no matter where it is on the ground, is going to work. They certainly tower over the Lions forwards and defenders, and just see the little drop-in marks. Just switching the ball up on that occasion was Kennedy to Darling.
So we talked about their forwards already. Kennedy with the first, Darling directly in front. Right behind him, he's given the Lions a life there with a poor finish. Kennedy's been good in front of goal, as I touched on. He's kicked 21 goals, 6. Darling, well, that'll make it 15-10 for him.
Well, they've got some massive issues actually in front of goal. I mean, the Port Adelaide game should have been over at half-time, but they kicked their way out of it. They dominated everything bar the goals. 7 goals, 23 was the points against Carlton. 10-19 against Port. Lost both.
Push. Leuenberger with the free kick against Natanui. Short one to Brown, who's come searching for a touch.
Well, Mackenzie's playing behind the ball here. Brownie's gone up to the forward line to get a kick. I think you want him to get all his stats right where he got that one.
Well, as a defender, you're very happy for him. He's 90 metres from the goals.
Adcock, good spread here from the Lions. Green was the target. Good speed coming from Wellingham to cut it off. Hearn involved. Back to Hearn. Not a good kick off the outside of the boot. Adcock over the ball.
Good attack.
So too was Shepherd. Contact below the knees. West Coast free kick.
Selwood will take that one.
Scotty Selwood, he just keeps racking him up. 5 possessions so far in the game. He's got the job on Maloney today, or he started on him. See where that changes in the midfield.
Well, if he's got a job on someone, he's doing okay, Tony, because he's...
And that's what you want from a run-with player as well, to hurt them
pressure on the other way, no doubt.
Maloney had a massive game here a couple of weeks ago against his old club in Melbourne.
There he is on hands and knees trying to push it out to a teammate. Rains was there. Rosa spun out of trouble pretty well. Back to Prittis. Shimmy and shake, and then on the left boot. But it's wide, and it's out of bounds on the full.
And that's where you want to push, whether you're a midfielder, pushing the midfield passes wide, or a defender, pushing your forward wide. If you're going to miss it, and the forward's going to take the mark, you want it to be out wide.
Rains, forced to kick to a contest. And as Alistair mentioned, the West Coast Eagles will be happy with that all day with their height advantage, but some run here again from the Lions. Leicester, kick out in front. Golby can run onto it. It's on his left boot. It's the right side for him. That's a bit of transition from the Lions. That might get the crowd going.
Well, as soon as Mitch Golby got on the left foot, I tell you what, he can kick him outside 50, but you give him a bit of time and a bit of space to balance up. I thought, gee, if this doesn't bounce well, it's a pretty ordinary kick here. It's out in front, which is a good thing. It allowed him to run on it. Anywhere behind him wouldn't have been good. But again, not enough pressure on the ball from Brad Shepherd in his corridor there. He just gave up on the chase. Very talented player, Mitch Golby.
Nice smile from Mitch Golby, and the reason why, it's his first goal in AFL footy.
It plays predominantly down back. He's been one of the shining lights of the youngsters coming through this season. Been here a couple of years now, but
showing some things, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a beautiful kick, though. You've always known in general play, he's a magnificent kick.
Yep, that's Buick on the up, tried to find a target. Prittis does so. Back to Hearn, one of the best kicks in the competition. To Rosa.
This bloke's important. This bloke's important if they were going to play finals, Rosa.
Is that link man?
Yeah, link man. He can play half-back, winger. He just likes to get forward and kick a goal. Missed a lot of football, of course, last year.
Holding. No, haven't played it.
So Brown looking for some tall timber. There's plenty there, but still a chance here for the Eagles. Rockcliffe got it from Clark and cleared it quickly. Brown's coming. couldn't take the mark. Smith back to Hearn.
Gee, look at the numbers.
Selwood again. They just share it around nicely, the Eagles. They've been prepared to go really short with these kicks, and a couple haven't come off.
What Brisbane have done just over the last couple of minutes have been able to get one-on-one contests everywhere, so they haven't been able to have too many uncontested marks West Coast, which in the first 2 minutes they were doing nicely, but so that's a good change-up from Brisbane.
So Mays to bring it in for the Lions, and he spots a man with a little bit of space. Polkinghorne. And again, some patience will be needed and required here.
Yeah, well, you've got Dean Cox 55 metres away, right under this.
Right under this ball.
Straight to him.
Now, that is a shocking kick.
Well, it is, sure, and we spoke about it 2 minutes ago. You can't do this against West Coast. You've got to soak up the pressure and just take the time.
And they're on here. Shepherd gets it from Hutchings. Poor kick. And there's an error from Clark, and it could be costly because Darling's there.
He handballed
himself an extra stat. And then gave it to Shepherd. That's not a bad finish. You saw Golby at one end. Shepherd says, well, I can do it at the other.
I'm not sure how many stats Jack Darwin's going to claim with those handballs. The first one sort of went to himself, and I think the dish off to Shepherd was a duff as well.
This is where it started. That's Polkinghorne on the wing. Just have some patience. If you have to play down the line, but you kick away to the ruckman, he with 10 metres each side, so he's got to be outstretched to get to the ball. That turnover was costly coming off halfback, and well done the Shepherd to finish from there.
They've got to learn from that one. Brisbane have to learn. It'll hurt them.
Young Brad Shepherd went to celebrate punching the air, and Lions player got in the way. So it looked like he tried to hit him. Let's get down to ground level. Barry Hall.
Yeah, boys, at half-time we're going to have a look at Jonathan Brown. There's been a lot spoken about his form this season and his impact in games. We're going to have a bit of a closer look at Jonathan Brown at half-time.
So Barry Hall to keep an eye on. Key forward in Jonathan Brown. Meanwhile, Hill trying to do something at the other end for the Eagles. Can't keep it in play.
Well, did you read in that, Baz? I think his career coming to an end. What's going on there?
No, I think
we'll have to tell him that. Pass it on.
No, maybe pass it on. I think obviously a lot of scrutiny
I
on
agree.
Jonathan.
It'd be great to watch.
Jonathan Brown.
Not getting some great supply, though, is he?
No.
And his body has been smashed over the years.
Rockcliffe, well, he made a meal of it, then cleaned it up.
Well, these mistakes kill you. Just the next.
McGrath, beaten to it by Rosa. Natanui. Plenty of players around the ball. It finally comes out. Pritis was head down and wanted it. Good tackle from Redden. And we'll have a ball up.
Yeah, good tackling pressure. And I don't think all the tackles are actually going onto the stat sheet. There's Jonathan Brown. I think ideally you'd like to stay in the forward 50 close to goal, but hang on.
Lacroix, so dangerous inside that forward 50. It goes across the face. Merritt reads it the best. Now he's moved off the line, so he's playing on. No one comes near him. He's not sure exactly where to go just yet, and he gets a lead, but Hanley can't take it. Still, Eagles working it, but now it's out.
And back on the Jonathan Brown thing, I agree with Shora. You'd like him to have 90% of his possessions within 30 metres of goal.
Yep.
The reality is he's a grinder. He's a marathon runner effectively, so he's going to have to get up the ground to get into the game, then try to turn his opponent around. But the experienced West Coast defenders are going to sit off him and allow him to have all the touches he wants centre wing.
Well, the other thing about that, though, you're going to have a defender who now can nearly match him in that stamina part. I know he's been fantastic, but now these players are super fit. It's not the area. You want him to get him off his goals by body work and his nous about how to play the game.
Yep.
Bit of rain coming down here now, so going to get a little bit slipperier. Hanley's slippery to tackle on the left boot, pushes it out in front of Leicester. One-on-one, they're the only ones in front. There's no one between them and the goal.
Yeah, well done.
Schofield happy to see that over the line, but again, from the Lions' point of view, they can set up from a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, Leicester was happy with that one. Very impressive last week as we see two of the great players of the late 80s, or probably Vossi, not 80s, but 90s, in Worsfold and Michael Voss.
Maloney slid in. Natanui did likewise. Where's this rain come from, Alistair? That wasn't supposed to be rain here today.
No, there was driving rain at stages earlier this morning. The ground's in great condition, cut reasonably short and hard, so you'd think it would be pretty slippery if this rain stays around. Drains well, though.
Selwood got free, and he got the ball back out to Mitch Brown. Pritis, Gaff cruising past, caught on his wrong side, but measures the kick out in front. It allows Rosa to run onto it. Confident with the bounce.
Oh,
That's well played by a young man,
trouble.
Sam Mays.
That's got to be a free kick. Now, if that's not holding the... And it wasn't holding the ball, but who is he handballing to?
Why isn't it deliberate?
It had to be deliberate. Good call, Matty.
Yeah, well done by Mays.
Yeah.
Did well. Cornered him, corralled him.
Can't understand why that wasn't deliberate.
Well, he could only handball to the boundary line. That's...
Rains and scooting through. Rosa finds his target back to Shuey. Selwood.
Set up well defensively from stoppages.
They go back, don't they? They go forward.
Always go back, then spread wide, especially on this near side.
Gaff draws the man, brings Lacroix into the game. Short, Darling in the pocket. Good stretch.
Good stretch. Goals are kickable from this pocket. They're not overly deep. And so I think Jack Darling will be seeing a reasonable amount of daylight between the big sticks. He'll need something to drift left to right, though.
Normal drop punt, or does he put it across his bar? He's going to pass off.
He just passes to
That's
Kennedy,
too easy.
who kicked a goal from a little bit further out earlier.
Now, Merritt's behind. You can see Merritt in the middle of the screen now with Lacroix. Someone, lack of communication, whether he crossed over and took Lacroix. Someone had to play in front of his man here.
And you know what?
I would never hand over there.
You put your ruckman on the line and you've got to play in front. Darling was only 35 out.
Here we
40
go.
out.
Here we go for the second. The Kennedy shuffle.
That is amazing.
Well, I don't care what he does. It works. Another goal at Kennedy, and he's got a smile on his face as well.
What? I have never seen... I've seen some funny setups.
He's added a bit to it.
He has, hasn't he? He's got the shakes up a bit more, but I don't care. I'm with you, Matt. If I'm his teammate, I don't care if he runs backwards and kicks it over his head. Just to kick. Now, have a look at this, that. Now, where is this going? That's got to be deliberate.
There's not a man within 30 metres.
No, and it's gone straight, but that doesn't matter. We called that one early, but what happened here? Yeah, look at sagging back. I don't think... I think Merritt's really out of form at the moment. Needs the man up.
Josh Kennedy, unique in his approach to kicking goals. It's successful so far twice today, and the Eagles out to a 14-point lead.
Got to give him a nickname, don't we? Got to give him a nickname from his goal kicking.
It certainly works for him. It looks like he's having a fit.
There's a lot of Freddie Flintstone in that run-up from his 10-pin bowling days. But
yeah, could do that. Yeah, I like that.
That's the yabba dabba do.
That's right. Josh Kennedy, Chris Judd, that's one of the great win-wins of all time, isn't it? That trade.
Yep.
That's an amazing trade. He's a super player.
Yeah, so important to their finals aspirations. And it's a holding the ball free kick. It's the Eagles to take it. Rockcliffe not happy. Prittis not sure. Rosa went back, couldn't complete the mark. Lyle goes straight over to Glass. It might be a free kick back to the Lions here. Yep. Polkinghorne behind that.
A lucky break for the Lions. That was deep to the top of the goal square again, under pressure.
The other thing about that, if Polkinghorne had given the handball and been dragged to the play as you're going to do the 1-2, it'll be 50 metres with that rule. Lyle,
target, little hands in the back, fairly obvious. Advantage paid. Good movement forward here from Brisbane, and they've got a mark inside 50 to Zorko.
He could go the distance here, Zorko. Now, boys, it's 8-6 inside 50s, but the Brisbane Lions, they have not penetrated all. It's all been around the 40 metre, the 50 metre run.
One really deep
exactly,
one.
That's right.
Yeah, you'd go so far to say that's a misleading stat, even.
Yeah, no doubt.
Zorko from outside 50. It's going to be touch and go right on the line. And no one even presenting to mark it for the Lions makes it easy for Cox.
Yeah, disappointing for Vossi in the coach's box. Just knowing you know where Zorko's going to land the ball. He's just going to carry the distance or he's going to land on the line.
Easy mark for Schofield.
Put it on now, play on.
He bangs it long. Again, looking for a tall marking target, but not a best kick. Darling was out of position, and Polkinghorne cleans it up for Brisbane.
And that's what you want to generate. Generate the long kick from the opposition. Very easy to defend, or a lot easier to defend.
Little chip pass. Only just the required distance.
Well, you see how much they've gone to score in the last 15 minutes of play. Are they prepared to go laterally, or are they just going to kick it back to West Coast strength?
That's what Clark does. And Hearn with a big punch. Selwood sharks it well. Wellingham lost his footing. Hearn off the ground. Paddled forward well by Polkinghorne. Yo, back to Polkinghorne. Selwood got rid of him. And Polkinghorne went again. On his knees, got up, handballed it out. Leuenberger needs support. Back to Rockcliffe, handball a little untidy. Maloney's got a little bit of time, not for long.
He took on the tackler.
Well, he had it a long time. He probably should have been rewarded.
I think the umpire thought it was knocked out, so now it's a head high.
Leuenberger spinning there, gets one high.
He's only thrown himself at the contest, Matty Leuenberger. Not where he predominantly wants to be playing, on all fours.
Well, it's a good test against Cox and Nat Nui for him today. Gee, if he, that's a good game.
Adcox missed the target, which is Patful. Now some speed on here from Kennedy. Ricocheted ball, paddled back by Kennedy. And they're going to win out here, the Eagles. Darling to Kennedy. Half a kick. Be on the stat sheet, though. Mays, pinched by Gaff. And a good tackle from Adcock.
Just heard the words of Lee Matthews then, Shorey, and you've heard them a fair bit. Just got to keep your feet. Once you go to ground, you're out of the contest.
And the other thing, when you're in the scoring zone, you don't want stop plays, just keep the momentum of the ball going goal way. Sooner or later, we'll get through.
Leuenberger wins that one over the contest towards Hanley, but at the end, it was the kick that missed the target that forced the whole thing.
Yeah, and we've had a couple of those that have missed the target. Golby ended up capitalising on one to kick Brisbane's only goal, but yeah, you've got to be sure with the foot skills.
Cox will make front position here. Maloney, strong in close. Rockcliffe to Hanley, down low, hard one for Brown. Right with him, McKenzie.
Well, I'm just looking behind play. Schofield's behind play for the West Coast. You can just see him there, right in the arc by himself up the other end. It looks like Adcock is a loose man for Brisbane Lions. So a tall and a small. Just see how that plays out.
He's in trouble here, Matty Prittis, I would have thought.
No. Jordan Bannister.
Super important player for West Coast, Schofield, because he gives them options down back. They've obviously got Brown. They've got McKenzie as well. They've got Glass down there, but he can play in a tall or a small. He gives them some real option down there.
Yeah, spot on, and rebounds very well. So he's a multi-skilled player. And just see again, number of players around this stoppage, and West Coast just weighting their numbers defensive side.
Third man up.
Third man up was okay, but you've got to get there, don't you? Here's a chance for little Green. Redden. Glass has him. Shepherd floats it forward, and this time Clark doesn't make the mistake.
Yeah, needs to switch it up. Needs to pull the trigger and go first time through the middle of the ground.
It's got to be good.
Yeah, it had to be early though.
That's well cleaned up by Leicester. Golby again.
Here we go.
It took him 28 games to kick his first goal, and now he's got 2 1/4.
Mate.
Mitch Golby.
Clean skills, and he takes the ball and attacks the forward 50 arc, and I think he's got a taste for it. And so they were very, very lucky to get away with this one. It was pretty much to a 1-on-3, but Golby attacks the forward 50 arc, backs himself to have a bounce, and again, a repeat of his first one. That's a really nice goal on a very potent left foot. He might be just starting to drift a little bit forward. He's had enough of this defensive role.
Yeah, he's up on a wing. He's got out of the back pocket. He's up to the wing, and he's got 2 goals.
Yeah.
Well, look, what I said before, he's a lovely kick. When you see him coming out of defence like he's played most of the time, he normally hits the target short or he penetrates long. So it's not unnatural for him to kick long. There's no doubt. Well. Oh, Hearn off the half-back line.
Oh, he can kick it a long way too. Long. He'll go right to the goal square. It might even go through. Nat Nui.
He's paid the grab.
Yeah.
Paid the mark.
Well, I don't know anybody who could stop that sort of thing, especially with the penetration from Hearn. I thought he was playing in front. I'm trying to pick up the player who was on Clark. He did probably everything right, thinking it's no way he's going to penetrate that quick within about 3 seconds to get the depth on the kick.
So Nat Nui, for his first score for the season, made a brief cameo last week, and he's back on the scoreboard this week.
And that's again the luxury of the West Coast Eagles forward structure, that you can isolate probably the least experienced or the most vulnerable defender. And in a one-on-one contest, you see here a bit of a push off in the chest to Justin Clark and clip on the chin, but the umpire deemed that he had control, so pushed off, which has been a big debate this year. Definitely a push off, probably 2 actions, but that's a legitimate mark and a really good marking contest. So they just make sure they put the right person to the top of the goal square, depending on his matchup.
Nick Nat with the goal and the margin back to 14 points.
The big thing about Nat Nui coming into the side isn't only his natural ability, is that he can give the other key forward a rest.
Yep.
So you go Cox, Nat Nui, you've got Darling, Kennedy. They can keep rotating the four and one come off the bench to keep him fresh.
Yeah, it's that setup that's so dangerous with him there. Handle came from Patfull. Lions trying to work it out through Yo, over to Rains. Hooks it forward. Green did well.
He wants to pull the trigger. No one's deep, really, though.
He's got to go wider to Mays.
That was well assessed by the young man.
Buick's the next in line for him.
Now, swinging board. Don't let him set up behind the ball. Swinging board, top of the square. Jonathan Brown one-on-one. That's where I like him straight away. Too slow, I think.
It was probably what let him down. He was actually left footer.
Now, even Zorko should swing in now.
Well, Zorko's outside 50, similar to what he was before. This time he heads to the top of the square. Cox has got there in time.
Wow.
He came off his boot. Redden a chance. And he's kicked the goal. And somehow they managed a goal and Cox is down.
Well, that's not good.
Looking straight at the footy.
Just heard the feedback from the umpire saying no tunnelling, which wasn't deliberate tunnelling, certainly was tunnelling, but in the marking contest, Cox across the front.
No, you're right, he was pushed into that, Jonathan Brown.
And Jonathan Brown didn't deliberately do it, but nice little goal around the body from Jack Redden.
I agree with the umpire there. That was actually
really good call. Great call from the umpire.
Look, eyes straight there. He was pushed into the contest. He slipped.
Eyes watching the footy the whole time.
Great. Well done, umpire. Really good stuff there.
Well, I know Dean Cox wouldn't care, but Jonathan Brown's actually limping from that as well, so both players are hurt.
Well, that's it's not good.
So
not good for the game.
Cox will come from the ground. Jonathan Brown limping, as we can just see there. Cox will come off with the blood rule.
He's got a cut eye, has he?
Take your time, mate. Take your time, mate. Just take your time.
He was up high. It was a decent fall.
Yeah, there's a long way to come down to the big man.
It was.
I think he winded himself, didn't he?
Yeah, most
middle of the bat.
But you know, sometimes when you hear the umpires talk, you think, please, we don't needle it. But that was really good instruction there.
Yep.
When they got back to the centre, both umpires did one end of the ground, the other umpire in the centre circle. That's all you're asked from know what the positioning was and why the free kick wasn't paid, and they did it well.
Yep.
We're anxious to make sure that both Jonathan Brown and Dean Cox come out of that contest in one piece.
Margin back to 8. Prittis got it forward. McGrath standing in the way for Brisbane. Pushes it wide, very wide indeed. Hanley presents for him to the wing. Rockcliffe getting involved. Adcock. Rains is going to be swamped. He's caught by Hill. How will the umpire read this one? Well, it doesn't matter because Shuey got up with it.
Tackled by 2 players. Tackled by 2 players. Thanks, boys. Thanks, Luke.
Gee, it's a bit slippery out there. Just messing around with these handballs in midfield. They're worried about kicking the ball long. Well, put some pressure on the defensive West Coast for a couple of minutes at least to get it long and get some stop plays inside your 50 rather than in midfield.
Maloney got rid of Nat Nui. Leuenberger smothered by Rosa. Zorko backs out of the contest. Hill fishes it back to Smith. Straight into almost to the face of Leuenberger. It falls out wide for Redden, who just kicked that clever goal. And he's been clever here to get free.
That's just kicking to the star of the past. That had to be at the top of the square again, at least with penetration. With Jonathan Brown, that's what he does. He demands the ball.
Yeah, he draws the ball. He's just one of those figures that you can't help but kick the ball out.
Well, draw it 20 metres out from goal. That's why I think he should play there now.
Nat Nui, as he so often does, follows up his own knock. Merritt palms off. Adcock. Well, decided to keep it in. Prittis, he's going to go out.
He's happy to see that one over the boundary line.
Well, I think they've stabilised, haven't they, Brisbane Lions?
Yeah,
I think so,
yeah.
It looked like it was going the one-way street early days, but they've got involved, getting enough possession now, but making a few bad mistakes. Just got to straighten their game plan up.
Nat Nui somehow got down low to get it out. Well, taken by Yo. And he just kicks it up high. Little Greens there. Buick. Zorko scooting past. Wonderful tackle. Superb tackle from Hearn. And it might result in a score at the other end for the Eagles. If they're breaking quickly here, Lacroix ran a long way.
Oh, well done, McGrath.
McGrath got Lacroix. Patfull couldn't get free. Handballing forward. Green waited for it. Could be costly for him. Nat Nui, hands and knees.
Oh, nicely done.
Got it through, but it went past Lester. Back to Smith. Now legged. It'll be a trip. The kick comes back to Lester. Minute to go before quarter time.
One out.
Drive it in, one out.
Lions have got Brown, one out, but the kick goes very short. Everybody misses it. And I'm not sure where it was intended to go, but Glass will clear. And here go the Eagles on the rebound. In the right man's hands in Hearn. Shepherd. Open forward line.
Oh, that's a tunnel.
That is a supreme tunnel.
He's actually lucky to get ahead of that one, Jack Darling.
Yeah.
He slammed into the back.
Well, just let's have a look and see if Merritt's got an issue here, because if he takes his eye, they don't like that when an unprotected player is going for the mark. That'll be looked at. Lucky the force wasn't great.
Darling a bit ginger though.
Well, if he didn't get up at all, I'll tell you what, he'd be looking in a few weeks, I reckon, there, Daniel Merritt. You've got to keep your eye on the ball. They hate that where you're unprotected with your back and you're up in the air.
Well, we've got 2 goals from Kennedy. Darling had an opportunity before, but missed what he should have kicked. This much more difficult. The rain starts to fall again. And he's got that one left and one right, so if he straightens up, he's going to be dangerous.
Well, he's got to get the train and get the stutter going.
He's got to get the stutter going. If he's going to be Fred Flintstone, he's got to be Barney Rubble. Sorry, Lee Matthews, that's already been taken.
Oh, gee, that's dangerous, that.
Some really good news down here for the West Coast fans. Dean Cox, he's up and running. He's patched up, boys. He's warming up now, so expect him to be back on very soon, probably in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's almost quarter time, Barry. There's a few seconds left.
He's going to pay the mark there.
Pay the mark. Kick right on the siren it sounds, so it doesn't matter what Kennedy does. So with a little light rain falling here at the Gabba, it looked like the West Coast Eagles are going to break away to a big lead in the first quarter, but the Lions have steadied. The Eagles leading quarter time 4-2-26. Brisbane 3 straight, the margin 8. Yes, thanks Barry, thanks to John. He's gone forward, Dean Cox, so that is a good sign for West Coast fans watching back home.
Yeah, and another very big task for young Justin Clark off the rookie list, and Dean Cox takes him to the top of the goal square. And again, just one of the real assets, real strengths of the forward 50.
Back with the action in the second quarter. It's Lester for the Lions who's going to get the first possession and the clearance for them. Brennan was there, but well picked up by Smith. Back to Glass. He asked a fair bit of him, but he was equal to it, the skipper. And that kick is wide. Is it too wide? It's just touched over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
It's a great luxury to have someone like Darren Glass, your captain or Australian fullback, just as your probably third toy. He's picking up Josh Green at the moment, so he'll look to sweep defensively and be a link player. Whereas Josh Green, he's got some potency. He needs to get used.
Hearn just trying to find some yardage.
Well, Josh Green's got to engage Glass into the contest if he can and stay at ground level. So if he's going to lay off him, he's just got to go back with him a little bit and see if he can work either way from the back to the front of the contest.
Leuenberger's free kick. Have you seen that battle so far?
Well, it's been quite good, I think. Pretty even contest. Matty Leuenberger having to shoulder probably 95% of the ruck work up against the 2 premier ruckmen in the competition.
Merritt, and a big switch to Clark. The man in the middle if he spots him, but decides to hit McGrath.
Patfull's on a little.
Yeah, he was the man in the middle, and there's the chip one over the top. Patfull's got to wait.
Well, just swinging ball now. Adcock was trying to get the ball. This is where I think make your mistakes deep. And he goes that way.
Goes long. Brown the target. Green was trying to get front and square. He gets away, and he got it to Lester, who shoulders arms. Did really well to get it to Jack Redden. And something from nothing there from the Lions. They've almost picked up a score, but they'll have a boundary throw in to reset.
Well, that's what I mean. At least you get it in there. If you get a contest now, they're going to get another stop play. And, you know, the more time you keep the ball in by minutes and number of involvements, you're going to score gradually or eventually. And that was a good stop play from here.
Nat Nui be dangerous here. Well, Leuenberger got the palm over the top. Glass is there, Nat Nui. You just got the handball out wider.
Now here's another stop play again. You total them up. Sooner or later, you're going to get a clean. It might be a quick snap, but at least you get a snap at goal by keeping it in there.
That's right. The repeat efforts inside 450.
Normally are repaid sooner or later.
The first one to grab it is Prittis, though, and he spirals it out with a clearing kick. And it's a clever one indeed because he found the line and really did relieve a lot of pressure for the West Coast there.
Yeah, there's Simon Black. He's got the lime green vest on. I think the second time in his career. He wouldn't love that, but after being crook earlier in the week, he'd be very happy to be on the bench ready to go.
Again, they win the clearance, the Eagles, but the Lions have some numbers. Adcock can't get past Kennedy or Cox.
Not sure how he got rid of that.
Just sort of said, here, I don't want that. Get rid of it.
Chest pass.
Yeah. Reigns did pretty well in traffic there to free up Golby by hand.
Well done.
Adcock, there's some run and spread here from the Lions. It's an open forward line. The kick out wide. Lyle makes very good position.
Space deep.
Green goes short. Miscommunication, I think, as well.
Yeah, but also low percentage. How are you going to convert from where that was going to land, Matty, and have a kick at goal? Again, you either go for the shot at goal. Let's have a look here. I don't think it was a handball. I think it was held in and knocked out like that.
Oh, pushed out by Clark.
The flick passes back.
Yeah.
Teddy Whitten, he'd love that.
Redden was first to it, couldn't take possession, somehow goes out towards him again. Now Brennan off the outside of the boot, it's touched and it's smothered it. Another boundary throw in for the Brisbane Lions in their forward line.
Yeah, good. Absolutely. They're building a lot of pressure now, and the game's been played in the forward half of the Brisbane Lions. Now, we've seen in past weeks what they have to do. They have to get the reward on the scoreboard, because if you don't get the reward, it becomes extremely energy sapping. If West Coast especially go to the other end and score.
Brown, it's Mitch Brown. Now, Wellingham couldn't get free. He's thrown to the ground by Zorko, and he tries to get up and give it back. And Selwood. And like a broken record, we have a boundary throw in.
Time in forward half this quarter, 79% for the Brisbane Lions. So that's a stat that is good at this stage, but you need to get the reward with the points on the board.
Yeah, no change to the quarter time scorers yet. Leuenberger out the back, Maloney with brute strength, as we often see from him. Rockcliffe, clever handball. Redden, Zorko goes into the pocket, but he's also got Hanley, but he's very wide. It's going to take an enormous kick from here.
He's got a penetrating, that right slipper is an extremely penetrating kick.
Gee, they've got them hemmed in at the moment, boys. They are right inside 50. Nearly every West Coast Eagles player, there's only one outside 50, and he's standing 2 metres out, and that's Kennedy.
Arms clear.
Low percentage kick here, though, for Pierce Hanley. And it gets to the top of the square.
He's got a fair piece of it.
And it goes all the way across. And out of bounds on the full, so Cox will take the kick.
Now, how do they get out of here, Shorey? They've got these massive players down the line. He's going to be forced to kick long down the line, which is a win for Brisbane.
And they've got some numbers here. And Clark got up and punched it when he was almost in position to mark that.
Yeah, just didn't have the confidence to actually go for that one. Killed the contest. Now they're 70 metres out. They've got to capitalise Brisbane now. Return the ball in deep.
Polkinghorne got it, and he got it good. There's Eagles everywhere here. Glass, Smith.
Good tackle.
Great tackle. Green to compensate. That's a wonderful smother from Glass. He went back and he takes it over the line.
Well, it ain't over yet. It ain't over. The pressure's still there, Matty.
They're holding firm, Tony.
Absolutely. Continually build, and the likes of Glass are under enormous pressure. Just how's it going to work back? As you said, every West Coast Eagles player back in defensive 50.
They were nearly pushing the back from Coxie then,
Zorko felt for the free, didn't come. Polkinghorne thought about Rockcliffe. Round the corner, Buick.
Oh.
Hearn cleared it while the ball was in midair.
They've got their sweepers out deep here, Brisbane, just setting up beautifully, so they should be able to get the ball back in.
Clark.
Geez, quick Clark, isn't he?
Yeah, very good athlete.
To Merritt.
This is where you don't want a mistake here. They've done the right thing for a long time. The switch is on. Well done.
Adcock can go further wide. And in fact, McGrath can take it and go.
Away.
They got it to the fat side, and he loves to kick a goal, Ash McGrath. And does all that pressure pay off? It finally does, Tony Shaw. Goal, McGrath.
Well, I look back to good sides who have won premierships in the last 3 years. Every time in the big games, they've had a high percentage of time differential in their forward line. Well, they've been in there for 3 or 4 minutes now, and sooner or later you're going to get your time. I love the way they set up behind the ball. They switched the ball to make sure that they got away from the defended side to the fat side. So well done to the Brisbane side. Well done to Michael Voss. It was great. Nearly like a training drill, really.
Seven minutes of pressure resulting in a goal, and they've got 2 goals from Golby back and through the middle, and 1 from McGrath. So they're getting him from down back.
They are. the overlap run, which is something we don't often see with Brisbane, but certainly is really a strength for today. No doubt about that.
Good work by West Coast in the middle. The kick from Selwood just a little bit short, and Merritt read it the best.
It's up over 80%.
Lazy handball.
Well, Yo cleaned it up. And they got some numbers here.
Away here.
Yep, Maloney. Kick out wide, out in front. Leicester.
Oh, Leuenberger's on.
Leuenberger ran hard.
Oh, had to give it to him. You could hear the crowd. It was a bit late.
Well, he's still there. He can play on. He's playing very well, Leuenberger. And he tries to square it. Just falls short. Stretch wasn't enough.
Well,
Wellingham in trouble. Chance for Buick off the ground. And the Lions have hit the front.
Well, sure, there's that reward for effort. So the ball's been played 80% of the quarter inside the forward 50 for the Brisbane Lions, or the forward half. Again, build up. Matty Leuenberger is just working Dean Cox over, which is extraordinary. We've seen, though, he's basically doing it by himself. So great athleticism there. Got it to a dangerous position.
That's a mongrel.
Got over the back. And good defensive work again. That was, I think, Zorko had the defensive 50, or the forward 50 tackle, resulted in the goal.
2 in a row to the Lions. Buick kicks his first, and that's 5 straight, putting Brisbane in front by 4 points.
Well, penetration. They kicked both goals from crumbs, boys, so that means they're getting, you know, third, fourth efforts at the contest. Well done. They've really lifted in this early in this quarter.
Yeah, got a little bit of momentum here, Brisbane.
They have.
Well, now all of a sudden for West Coast, you've got Brown, McKenzie, you've got Glass, you've got Schofield down there in wet weather footy. You've got the likes of Green, McGrath and Hanley really making an impact as smalls.
Yeah, you're right, Baz. There's plenty of zip in that forward 50. They look quick at the moment.
Here's Gaff on the way out for the West Coast Eagles.
Lacra's on short.
Lacra's on short, and they've let him go. And he decides to head into the middle.
Working hard. Again, Leuenberger has got the Nat Nui matchup now.
Smith. A little bit too much on the kick.
Oh, that's probably a free kick. Yeah.
Darling's free kick.
Joel Patfull into the back.
Overcommitted, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he felt the pressure that Darwin was going to take the mark and overcommitted with a push in the back.
Kicks it a long way, but this might just be too far here.
Got to pull the pass, you'd think.
Well, there's a man in the middle. And how much room do you want to give Mark Lacra?
Well,
it's not as if they don't know how good he is.
I think Jed Adcock's looking around. Tom Rockcliffe's got the arms out. Breakdown in communication there. I don't think anyone knows who's supposed to be on Lacra.
Was it a block? Was it a block within the contest?
I think he just came because he was up here by himself. I think he just skirted around and came back in again.
So one of the very few forward 50 entries in this quarter for West Coast Eagles.
And this for Lacra to give the lead back to the West Coast with their first score of the quarter. 45 metres out.
He's a beautiful kick.
He's accurate once again. Eagles back in front.
It's both very good kicks, but Josh Kennedy and Mark Lacra are probably the polar opposites. But that is a fantastic action as he comes in to address the ball. 4 or 5 steps, bit of momentum through the ball, and just slots it beautifully through. But this man, he's an important player.
Now let's see if we can pick up what happens here, Lynchy. As the ball goes in, Lacra came off that man. I'm just trying to pick up. Gee, there was a number of them, wasn't there? They're all looking at each other saying, what happened here?
That replay seemed to be indicating that the Lions were protecting the zone in front of Lacra straight to the ball carrier, but he led off the line, so found the space that was available. So nice build-up.
Lacra with his first. And Nat Nui with a big punch out of the middle. Read by Leicester to Rains. Maloney gets back to help out quickly. And then penetrating kick up looking for Brown. It'll skid. Crowd wanted a free kick.
Oh, well done.
Pinched by Redden, but Smith came back on him. Brown to help out. Got a ball up.
Stayed in the contest. Looked like Brownie actually lost it in the bank of lights from the light tower at the other end of the ground when that one was coming down. So quite a gloomy afternoon here in Brisbane.
Yep. Forecast was for a reasonably fine day, but not to be. Smothered kick. Ricochets back for Lacra, the goal kicker. And a one-on-one contest here, Merritt and Cox. Kick out wide, and Cox happy to see it over the line.
I think both players are happy there.
I think I found how this happened with Lacra, boys, because Adcock's a loose man in defence. Lacra went to that contest, and Adcock stayed back. Now, he's right with him. So he's the man who has lost him in that contest out of forward. Let's see if he gets away from him here. He's got to go with him here. This is in the defence area.
Nat Nui will follow it up. It's not out yet.
Drop kick.
Mays, drop kick from mid-air. Green, want to be careful there. Seem to get in the back of Hearn. Slippery ball, and it works forward for the Lions. Zorko, Rains just thrown out of it by Hearn. Selwood, likewise, but he managed to get his kick. Josh Hill, trying to make good position. It's a real contest here at the Gabba.
It is, and that matchup you're talking about, I think Jed Adcock will probably lock on to LeCras for the next couple of minutes, especially when the ball's being played in this area.
Now here he should be touching. He should be touching him right now, pushing him away from goal. And there he goes, and oh gee, we nearly ran onto that.
He's in it. He's still in it.
He's not tight enough, Adcock, to play on him.
Well, Merritt dives back on it. Dangerous ball here for West Coast.
And it's the balance between that role that West Coast obviously started with the loose across half-back. Now they've drifted him up to probably be a more extra number through the midfield, drifting forward.
Put a definite defender on him and then let Adcock be the way he wants to run off.
Merritt wins the knock. Selwood there. Rockcliffe riding the tackle. And another ball up, and they're looking dangerous at ground level here, the West Coast Eagles.
This is back to probably the first 5 minutes of the quarter where Brisbane had all the possession in their forward 50. Now it's West Coast.
There he is. No, got to make that change.
Off the ground though, Shepherd. It's a goal, the Eagles.
Watch out, should we get over there?
Well, sure, talk us through what we're going on in the coach's box, because Brisbane look like they want the loose across half-back, but just not working at the moment.
Now,
another free kick.
Oh, no.
You've winded it. Clear out, boys. Clear out, boys.
Is that Golby?
Yeah, Mitch Golby.
Clear out, boys. You played over. I paid the free. Clear out, boys. Clear out, boys. Some common sense. I paid the free. I understand. I paid the free. Do you though? Just wait for the chance. You're right on the mark, Mitch. On the mark.
Free kick off the ball. Luke Shuey, after the goal was kicked, West Coast's opportunity to kick back-to-back goals. Mitch Golby.
Well, Mitch Golby said to Jordan Bannister, you played AFL footy, had some common sense. He took a dive. I tell you what, there wasn't a lot in that. I think Geordie should have just said go back.
So Shuey, another goal, 2 in a minute for the West Coast Eagles. And all of a sudden, they're out to a 14-point lead after Brisbane took the lead. Golby comes off, but there wasn't much in the push.
No, there wasn't much in it. There was a bit of a hit. Wasn't much in it, but
Come on, Lindsay. I know
but what Michael Voss would be saying is, why risk it?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Why put yourself in the position where you're going to risk it? Well, have a look. There's not a lot in it at all.
Nothing's happened here. Now he gave him one back. It's nearly even Stevens here. He just a small round arm. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Push him in the back. Now he said it. Now there may be the push in the back.
That's what it was.
I think the common sense of an umpire would say, now stop this, boys. This is going on. And if he played in the back, I think he said he was winded. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he was winded.
Let's get on. You're right. He probably shouldn't get involved in that.
3 quick goals to the West Coast, setting the balance for them. And another clearance from Hutchings this time. Spoiled from Patfull. Here's Shuey. First to it, back to Gaff. They've got a zip in their step now, West Coast. Sparked into action. And that kick, hard one for Rockcliffe to mark, but he balances it well. Controls it, but it's going to come back in pretty quickly. McKenzie launches a mongrel. Very tough for everyone to take. Nat Nui wanted to get going forward. He's back on it a second time. Oh, Patfull out of mid-air. We've seen a few of those today. It sits there for Brennan. And the big spoil from McGrath.
Yeah, it was only a very distant relation to the torpedo punt. That big mongrel went towards the forward 50 for West Coast. There's been a bit of a momentum change. That doesn't help either.
Nat Nui this time. Yeah. Last time it was Leuenberger's.
Leuenberger's just come back on the ground after Jordan Lowe had a couple of minutes in the ruck, just to give him a chance to get a breath.
Thanks, Daniel.
Nat Nui goes short. The leader, Kennedy. Merritt got there in time with a big spoil.
Good spoil and stands over his opponent. Two big bearded men.
Plenty of beards out there today.
There's a lot of hair.
Yep, I'm here.
West Coast looking dangerous again. Inside their forward 50. Pressure on. Quick throw in coming.
Sure, he's still cranky about that free kick.
Oh,
You just didn't like it, did you?
Well, I just think, mate, a bit of common sense to say, come on, there's not a lot in it.
Yeah.
Keep away from it. All right, he shouldn't have got involved, Golby. We can say that, but yeah.
Free kick, Adcock.
Free kick to Adcock. Plenty happening at the moment.
Oh,
There's a bit happening in this contest.
That was a block off the contest. They've been trying to get Lacroix as a target at ground level, boys.
Well, Adcock asking a fair bit on that lead. And the West Coast have got some numbers around the ball as it hits the deck. But Zorko got there first. Redden went down. Went the other way. They're all expecting to go inboard. Rockcliffe did well, did really well. Lyle floats it. Beats everybody. First back. Green pushes him out the way. It was Smith. Green again. And Rosa, Green kept his feet off the ground. Almost a sensational goal.
That's why he's a good little forward. He's got the zip and he can create opportunities, just little half opportunities. Didn't go through on that occasion as Jonathan Brown just in readiness for another launch onto the ground.
One kick to Jonathan Brown.
Mark dropped by Shepherd. They were away to the Eagles there.
They were. They're big numbers forward.
And can't get free. And we're going to have a ball up right on the point. Trapped underneath in the call. It was Leicester underneath all of that.
Let him run.
What do you do with Jonathan Brown, Lynchy? Do you just keep him in the forward line, hope he kicks his one or two? Do you give him a run on the ball for 5 minutes, maybe up the ground or behind the play?
Yeah,
well, he hasn't touched it anyway.
Maybe, well, put him into the centre circle for one contest just to see if he can get near the ball.
Zorko, his kick just to the other side of the post for a behind.
I think from a teammate's point of view, you probably look to get him involved in the play, maybe use him laterally. Just, I mean, we all know as players you have those quiet periods. If you can get the ball in your hand, gives you a bit of confidence to actually go for the ball.
So it's looked like the West Coast now, they've taken a bit of control where Brisbane were totally controlled, so it's not going to get up there a lot for him anyway. He might help you a little bit behind the ball and then push forward if you can.
Hearn realising there was a mismatch there, but Cox couldn't take it.
Gee, the tackling pressure's been good.
Yep.
#1 tackling team in the competition, West Coast.
Prittis's kick, looking for Shepherd. arrives. Play on the call. It's tight on the boundary line on the outer side. We've got a ball up.
Elliot Gee's got some closing speed, boys. He was way out of that contest, nearly ran 20 metres to get that punch in.
He's a good young player. He's been around the scene for a couple of seasons now.
Rosa on hands and knees and on the up. Prittis, so good in close. Can't get past the tackle of Zorko this time.
No, good pressure from both sides. We've got a contest here.
Tackle count 35-25 in favour of the Eagles. Both coaches not overly relaxed at the moment.
Maloney trying to release Golby. Gaff knew it was coming and somehow it comes back to Mitch Golby. Well, that's a free kick.
Oh, yeah.
They're just clumsy. They called
Advantage. Lyle took it. Leuenberger the kick. Buick. Green will be the crummer. Hearn does supremely well.
Jeez, he did that well.
Yep. Smith with a floater.
What?
Beats Lacroix. Adcock just puts pressure on him. Schofield, Lacroix, beautiful pickup, and he's gone.
Yeah, great chase. Oh, now Adcock's got to watch that while he's on the ground unprotected. He can nearly give this away himself.
Holding the ball. The free kick will come to Redden for the chase and tackle.
Again, I'll just say to the Lions players, why get involved in that?
When you won it.
Well, here, you got the free kick. Plenty of spirit in it, that's for sure.
Not a lot of movement for him to kick to. The only one moving was Hanley. Again, it's a pretty static forward line.
Well, make a mistake, make it deep.
Brown just wants it one-on-one, and he puts it to the advantage for him to jump at it.
Oh, that's on his head.
Yep. Zorko, Glass, and Glass will push it to Brennan, who pushes it over.
Well, again, I say, now this time you just keep building the pressure.
He's a great chase.
That's a great run, wasn't it?
They didn't give up on it.
Gee, Adcock was lucky then, boys.
He was.
Cox couldn't quite get a decent punch on it. Wellingham coming through. And the busiest man of the quarter is the boundary umpire on this side.
Yeah, been very busy. Speaking of busy, Selwood 12 disposals, Prittis 10. Ryan Lester's leading the way for the Lions with Rockcliffe and Clark on 11.
Leuenberger and Cox do battle in the ruck. Again, Cox with the punch. Zorko couldn't take possession. Prittis can, as he does so often in that situation. Hanley sliding out.
massive players around this one again.
Just looking behind play, you can see Adcock right on the sign on the wing there, just outside the centre square. I don't know whether that's the greatest positioning unless they switch the play. Now it's centralised a bit, it's not too bad.
Spinning ball, dangerous one here for the Lions. Rains couldn't take it, gets a second chance at it though. Dodged one tackle, couldn't dodge glasses. Lacroix, Rosa, quick kick. Hard one to mark, courage needed, and it was taken. And it's 50 metres, so Zorko will get a free shot at goal, and the crowd are up on their feet for the first time today.
No doubt about the late contact. I don't know whether he sort of slipped into it or...
Marginally late, and probably the right call.
No doubt.
Not a lot in it, certainly nothing that the MRP will be looking at, but just one of those late ones. Dane Zorko would be very happy to have this one.
MRP, we don't hear that very often.
No,
Sorry, I just looked at it and said, oh, that's right.
Match review panel. Well done.
Here's Zorko to kick the goal and bring the Lions back within a goal.
It's a real arm wrestle at the moment, and each team's getting their periods, their chunks of the quarter where they're dominating possession. This is the one just a little late. Got a bit of a shove from Justin Clark. So in the end, it was probably a little lucky from Dane Zorko to get the 50-metre penalty and the resulting goal. But Brisbane will certainly take that one. They've worked very hard in this quarter.
So you think it's evened up? Goal Zorko, margin back to 6 points. We'd probably say we're square now.
Yeah,
I would say so.
Yeah.
One at both ends.
Done a good job, Leuenberger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pritis.
That's holding the ball again.
Yeah. So good tackling again from Lions, this time Leicester.
Their ability to transfer from offensive thought to the defensive tackling has been really good.
Maloney.
Now he can bomb it.
He's
he
a
can
penetrating kick.
Oh, please, don't even look short. Just get it deep to the one-on-one.
Oh, he's going to give Brown a run at it.
Again on his head.
Over the back, Mitch Brown. Well, just went straight past the footy. Didn't pick it up. Swinging round the corner. Oh, almost a goal from Hanley.
9 shots apiece. Eagles obviously up by 5 points, but inside forward 50. Brisbane Lions now 22 to West Coast 18. You see that replay.
So the kick in. We've seen some good ones so far from Hearn. This time he goes to himself and he'll get plenty of distance, as he always does. Nat Nui the target. Leuenberger brought it to ground. Scooped out. Hanley there, Patfull. Kept it in, or did he? No. So just over 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Thanks, Matty.
Alistair Lynch will be talking to Daniel Rich at half-time. I know that the Lions could ill afford to lose when they did. We'll see how his progress is going. Wellingham. Rosa back to Selwood. Stepping Maloney. Couldn't get past him. Again, good tackling the Lions. Redden. Ball spills free to Maloney. One way, then the other. Round the corner. Difficult one for everybody except Shannon Hearn.
He's been good, just slotting back there nicely. This is his 12th disposal now. And because he reads the ball so well, usually uses it well.
Well, he missed his target in glass. In came Brown. Lyle off the outside of the boot, hoping for something. And they've dropped it again, the Eagles.
All clear.
Well, they've been very messy there, but the Lions get within 4 points.
Play on.
They move it out quickly. And that's not a good kick, because that's just favoured Mitch Golby.
That was poor communication between the West Coast players.
Inboard, Rockcliffe keeps it low, trying to find Buick.
In the back.
In the back against Brennan. And Buick could get home from here. He's a long kick.
Yeah, I think he would.
So we saw Brisbane hit the front. West Coast came back with 3 quick goals. And this to put the Lions back in front for another lead change.
Watch behind me here, boys. Yeah, I've got. Yeah, thanks, mate. Sorry.
And to go in front, Brisbane will obviously be very, very happy after the early parts of, well, halfway through this term, they were struggling to keep up.
How many times have you had to do that? Do your shoelace up and you can't get it undone totally to get it right, and you think we're holding up the whole world here.
And you're pretty embarrassed.
But you've got to take your time. The uppie's called time off, so you've got plenty of time to do it.
So Buick, he's already got one. This for his second. Right on 50. He's just hooked it.
All clear.
Well, the coaching staff at half-time, Michael Voss, he'll be pretty happy with their efforts, because the tackle and pressure is one thing that's kept them in it. It's been superb.
Let's look at Glassy here. As soon as he knows he's got the pressure from behind, see how he dropped at the knees?
Yeah.
It's the modern day of trying to get that in the back free kick. Well done the umpires not to get sucked into that.
Yep. Hearn again with a long kick. Again, the ruckman the target, this time Cox. Again, the Lions have managed to keep it in. That one ricochets out. Somehow, they've got it forward. Almost Buick again. Zorko, Buick, ball free. Selwood wanted the free kick.
He nearly took the old net job again, the turtle.
near threw his head off. And threw it back that hard.
Gee, it's ebbed and flowed, hasn't it, the game? It's been like 10 minutes of each dominance.
It's been a great arm wrestle in difficult conditions with a slippery surface.
How's this going to fall out for the Lions? Leicester, quick kick round the corner. Brown, McKenzie. Brown trying to make something happen. Play on the call. Brisbane working extremely hard in close. And they've got a ball up.
Well, they are. They're working really hard. They're not getting rebounded against. They're keeping the ball, again, like the first 6 or 7 minutes of this quarter, keeping the ball in their forward 50, working extremely hard defensively.
Cox will win the knock, but it'll be sharked by Redden. Maloney, Selwood's hard to get past. And that's cut off by Kennedy to Shuey. Now something for the West Coast here. Floating ball. But they've set up defensively well here, Clark and Mark. And they just want to be careful with the kick, and he just pops it into the middle to Golby. 2 goals in the first quarter. That's a big switch.
Generally come back the other way. He's got to switch on back the other way and more players this side.
And must have heard you, Tony.
Up the corridor.
Well, it doesn't need to be any rush. Again,
No.
just keep working the ball till something opens up.
Good hit.
Good kick, yeah.
Really well used. The corridor might open up. Might be able to hit a target inside. Hatfield looking now.
Just short down the line. Just showed a lot of the ball for Cox to spoil. And it was just a kick with a little bit lazy on the kick. So we've got 2.5 minutes remaining. Real tight contest this, but a second quarter that's seen plenty of pressure from both sides defensively at their forward 50s. Selwood trying to knock it free. And again, throws the head back. Hutchings.
I think he had every right to throw it back there.
Yeah.
I think he decapitated them.
Keep the meter.
It's in the bottom of the pack.
That's it. Good.
Now Cox should really dominate these. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Shuey knew it was coming.
Play on.
That was really clever by Kennedy. He just put the foot there so it would bounce off. Adcock bounces off a Shep and wins a free kick.
Brad, be careful coming in, mate. Just be careful.
Advice from the umpire coming extremely hard onto Jed Adcock.
Thanks, Jack.
So they're trying to switch again the lines, but it was pretty well closed down there by West Coast. Got in position quickly, forcing Clark to kick to a one-on-one.
Oh, too easy. Extremely good mark from Mitch Golby.
Yeah, just got rid of Shuey like he wasn't there. And they've got numbers here. That's a good spoil. It came from Wellingham. Rockcliffe, Green. Looked up, saw Lyle, said, no, I'm faster than you. I'm off. You're too big. And again, it's Hearn, the man marking for the West Coast.
Haven't been able to find any space from this situation. Hearn's had the ball in his hand many times, just had to bomb it out. Again, another really big win for the Brisbane Lions. Rebounding just not effective at the moment for West Coast.
Tell you what, we're really impressed with Justin Clark. He looks like an athlete. He looks like he goes to the ball well, reads the play. He's had his 14 possessions to this time in the game.
Holding, Brett. Holding by the arm.
Maloney, I think, won that free kick. So they've got a minute to go before half-time, but they're going to somehow have to work their way through a lot of numbers.
Yeah, Darren Glass is a loose man in defence here. This is the only lob on Glass's head.
And they kicked it straight to him, Shorey, well read. And on the way out, they've got time here, the Eagles. Smith. Well, it's a bad kick. Hanley can make them pay. Can he find a man? He can't. Ball bounces. Zorko couldn't get boot to it. Second effort, down low. Should paddle it out. It ricochets back again.
Oh, he's kicked the goal.
It's Mal Michael like back here about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Mal's was from about 45 metres. He kicked the big drop punt at the other end of the
Ashley
ground.
Smith has just slotted it.
Yeah. He said, well, I'm not going to get one today, so I might as well pop one through. So again, Hearn to the outer side. Again, they just look for the big leap. It comes from Wellingham. And the spoil come back. Brisbane are quite happy for Hearn to keep doing that, I think.
Yeah, they've done this repeatedly well.
Well,
Very good.
You both went at each other then.
Well, that's what happened. Up the other end, they both went at each other and they gave a free kick away.
I think that's why Tom Rockcliffe dropped to the ground just to make sure he got the free kick, but he didn't.
Leuenberger down in front. And Rockcliffe's got it. He's hoping for something to happen there. Wellingham's kick is a very clever one because it might have gone out on the full. It didn't. He managed to keep it in, but he doesn't keep it in time.
Great half.
Because it's been a very, very good contest. The West Coast led by 8 points at quarter time. The Lions managed to hit the front and made it a real battle here in slippery conditions. So it set up a really important second half. Both teams looking for their 3rd win of the season. At half-time here at the Gabba on a Saturday afternoon, West Coast by a small margin, just the 2 points. Bit of a dismal day. Simon Black still waiting to enter the arena as far as still the sub for the Brisbane Lions, but it's a 2-point game. So plenty expected in this second half. And Natanui and Leuenberger, as they were at the start of the game, and it's pushed forward and it ends up on the chest of Hanley, who drives it forward. Lyle tried to tap it to the advantage of Green. Brennan. It's the outside of the boot. Spoil from Adcock. Beautifully read by Hearn, though. Just tumbles it over the top. Looking for Darling. Patful with him. And it's out of bounds.
Again, Hearn just those disposals off half-back. That's 16 now. He's only kicking at 54%, which
Low
is
for him.
Well under par for him. I mean, he's uses the ball much better than that.
Down in front, Prittis first to it. But, right with him is Rockcliffe, and he's trying to hold it in.
Well, the one quandary for Michael Voss is when does he roll Simon Black into the game? I wouldn't be doing it now. You didn't do it at halftime, which you'd hold off because they'd be going along all right. But this started to slip quickly. His clearance work could be fantastic in the second half, especially there's a bit of rain around.
Lovely knock from Natanui, down to Selwood.
Oh,
Clark with courage. Ball loose, chance for the Eagles. Trouble for Merritt if he doesn't get rid of it. Up and out it goes. Yo, same thing. Kennedy reefs it out, hoping for Gaff. Clark got in to help out. They got it out to Rockcliffe. That kick goes wide and bounces out. Or does it? Now it is with Brown and also McKenzie. But good courage shown from the young Justin Clark.
Oh, boy. How good was that? You know what? He recovered to get the ball out with a handball too.
He stayed on his feet.
Oh, I love the way he goes about it, this kid.
Well, it comes from a terrific club, North Adelaide.
Come on in.
Sorry about that. Kick forward by Hutchings. Going very well on the SNFL too. Taken by Adcock, and he slipped it over to the run of McGrath. And McKenzie and did really well to read that, but unfortunately he couldn't get his handball free.
So with Clark coming through, he's the second best player to come out of North Adelaide, Matty.
Oh, Darren Jarman was a good player,
there was a Jarman.
Yeah, he's a good player, Darren.
Just on Clark, he had a really tough first quarter last week. He played on Sam Reid, and Reid got on the end of a number of balls, and so he's responded well. Very good athlete. It's great to see him bounce back.
Now, that kick from Maloney, out of bounds on the full, so Eagles to bring it back in.
One thing to come out of the first half, boys, the Eagles kicked 4 goals, 4 of their 7 from marks, where Brisbane haven't kicked a goal from a mark. They kicked most of them crumbs. So if it was to get wet, you would think that suits the Brisbane Lions. If it was to rain a bit and get slipperier, that's probably suits them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shuey, not a good kick from him. Numbers suiting the Lions. Leuenberger clearing kick. Over the top it goes. Here's Brown. Can't get free. Great tackle, McKenzie. You'd have to question how Brown got rid of the ball there.
Yeah, I think he
just put it down on the ground. Yeah.
The umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt because of 250 games. I think that was the only way.
Jonathan Brown, and look, everybody loves Jonathan Brown. I would have him in my best side by a mile, but I think he's going to have to play the 30-metre and the out kick for the Brisbane Lions long kick here. They'll get another stop play. He just cannot get off, and Mackenzie's fairly quick too.
Mackenzie's got speed. Mackenzie's right with him, hasn't given him an inch.
The only way he'll get him is body strength.
Sure, I just want to touch on these score sources. Have a look at the turnovers for the Brisbane Lions. They kicked 6 goals, 4 of their 6 goals, 6 from turnovers. So they've been able to rebound against the West Coast.
Forward half too, I would think.
Yeah, extremely good work from them. And 4 goals, 2 for the West Coast Eagles from turnovers. But a real strength of the Brisbane Lions today.
Now, ball hard to get free here. Golby comes out with it. Crashing through Clark, and he took Gaff with him. And, yeah, and the umpire picked it up.
Gaff.
No, Prittis thought he had a free kick, but he's going to get it back anyway. A little handball from Gaff over to Prittis. He hits it long. Hill is there. Kennedy might sit for him. It does. On the left boot. Dribbles it in and dribbles it through. Opening goal of the third quarter to Kennedy. His third.
Well, it's one of those crumbing goals that West Coast haven't been able to get. But again, they just can't get any sort of continuity in their play. This is a long ball, just comes over the back, and Kennedy ran onto it very well. And nice bit of work on the left foot under pressure from Daniel Merritt. But that is a hard existence for the big forwards of the West Coast. They need to be able to use these guys up, make them effective. Otherwise, they're just going to be 6'5" slow defenders.
Three goals today for Josh Kennedy. Going very well. 20 coming into the game. So Cox now on the ruck, and Leuenberger wins that one over the top of him. Everybody went to it, and Polkinghorne just waited for it to come back to him. Maloney, Brown and Mackenzie again. Ball spills out. Buick. Mitch Brown. Buick on hands and knees. Glass comes crashing through, and he's crashed out of it by Zorko in the back.
Extremely good play. Great leadership, experienced defender.
Told to go. 250 games next week for Darren Glass, and he just spotted Smith, who drops it, makes a meal of it, and the handball's ugly. He's going to hit Daniel Merritt on the back. So a comedy of errors there from Smith, and Merritt gets up and walks away with it.
Oh, that was ugly from West Coast.
Yo, back to Mays. He's squeezed up, but he hits the target. Leuenberger's in the middle. He's next in line. He's got Golby running past. He should use him. He took his time. It's a poor kick. Zorko onto it. Now a chance, Buick. He's a left footer. Answering goal for the Lions. Buick's got 2.
Well, I thought they might have messed that up by going to Leuenberger in the corridor, but he didn't handball to Paffel, who was running past. Just got tackled as he kicked it, and by the ball slewing off his boot. Here it is here. I thought, uh-oh, he should have handballed there. There's Paffel wanting the ball. Just got taken off the ball. How lucky that just ran into it in the old 1-2. Well done to Hanley. Good kick, and finished off by Buick, so got out of it there.
Might have been a phone smash in the West Coast box. They were poor coming out of defence.
Second goal to Rowan Buick. He's playing deep inside that forward 50, so he's there to kick goals as he pushes out of it now. Trying to rotate up to the middle, and margin back to 2 points. And Maloney is important. Hearn went without it. Maloney didn't. Gave it over to Rockcliffe. Here's that wonderful battle of the 16s. Brown and Mackenzie. Mackenzie again got boot to ball, but it's sharked by Redden. Redden's kick is deep. Glass will read it through for behind. 1 point ball game.
Again, pushing the ball deep in the forward line. Just under siege, West Coast. I know they're in front, but they're the team that seem to be struggling with their kicking efficiency, their continuity off half-back.
22 inside 50s at this stage. It's been the one area of their game that's been horrible this year. When they get in, they do score pretty well, but they don't get it in enough. 22.
He'll take him on. And he does. And he kicks it inside 50. It's got Darling as the target. Over the top came Patfull. Adcock's got to beat a couple or take it to the boundary line. It's still in. Well worked. McCrae back to Hill, who popped it in there in the first place. Can he get free on his right boot? No left foot. Pushed it out wide. Redden's under pressure. Kennedy again. He's kicked 3 goals. And he's won a free kick. He's going to line up for number 4.
Oh, that's a bonus
50-metre penalty.
Yep, it'll be a soda for Josh Kennedy, number 4.
Tommy Rockcliffe has just thrown the ball to the umpire, and I don't think it was a deliberate attempt to slow up player, and I think it was just a reflex action that's cost his team a goal. Well, most probably cost his team a goal. Daniel Merritt's not rushing back to the mark.
Goal Kennedy, and margin to 7. He's got 4 already.
He's been the difference, hasn't he? Just 4 goals in the game, which is a very tight game, 4 of 9. And we can just see here, got the head over the ball, but I think it was the second effort trying to see, oh yeah, no doubt about the free kick. And then rather than kick for Nero, I know he's a great kick, but to give a 50-metre penalty when this ball comes out, he threw the ball back to the umpire, which is totally exactly, I know the umpire's in control, but no.
It's from Yo that threw it back, actually.
So it was Elliot Yo who threw the ball back to the umpires, not Tom Rockcliffe.
Yo.
Yeah, there's what you spoke about, Shorey, the forward efficiency inside 50, 23
for 9 goals.
West Coast. Once they get it in there, they're very, very handy.
Back in the middle, Prittis wins another clearance for the Eagles. Stepping up the speed here, but in the way is McGrath. Since really the first, say, 10 to 15 minutes of the game, it's really almost been goal for goal.
Yeah, real arm wrestle. After that initial period, you just thought that maybe West Coast were going to dominate the game.
Stay out, Jack.
Buick, he's gone for the big switch. And Hanley's on if he can get it to him.
Now Leuenberger's got to work over here. Nat Nui got to work him over, and he did it well.
And he's rewarded for running. It's been good, Leuenberger.
Oh, has he? What?
His first month back in footy for quite a while has been very impressive.
They won't want to lose him. They said he might be tradable.
Brown and McKenzie. The battle continues. Here's Brown. Got it out. Good work, though, by West Coast in close. Gaff got it to Brennan.
There it is again.
Oh, that's a wonderful tackle by the magician. Oh, the crowd will go mad.
Ankle slipped down. But again, great signs. You know, Zorko's filthy on that one, as the fans are, but great chase.
Well, it was a good tackle, good chase, but it did slip down. But I thought the umpire might have paid it. And here's Patfull. Send the Lions back into attack. Drives it down low to the wing. A good defensive spoil. Once again from the Eagles, this time from Mitch Brown.
Here's the great chase on Brennan from Zorko. Bounced it, ambitious.
Oh, no, gee, it slid down very late, didn't it?
He's unlucky.
Unlucky there.
Well, the whistle was blown before he ended up down there. I guess that's what Zorko's arguing. He had prior opportunity before he got it. And there's Mitch Brown. Well, there's one back.
Josh Green getting up a little bit sore. 3-on-3 in the forward 50 for Brisbane. Options.
Leicester. Kicking in long. McKenzie, the spoil. He's well on top in that battle.
I don't mind that kick, though. If, again, we get a stoppage here, which Brisbane would love, and they can now set up behind the ball. And there's Green, just got one in. Oh.
Elbow across the brow.
Unintentional.
From the throw-in. Just coming through. Glass. Can he keep going? He's caught, got the handball out wide to Gaff to his advantage, and then he just pokes the ball forward with a short pass to Selwood. Eagles looking to move it quickly now. Gets around Adcock, keeps it low. It's a good kick.
Good pass now, deep Lacroix.
Shepherd heading in that direction, got him.
Well done. Great
transition by West Coast. And the kick here, you'd expect Lacroix to kick it. It'll be a bit of breathing space for them. They'll get it out to 13 points.
Yeah, he worked hard, Mark Lacroix, to get back into space. All he needed is quick play on, as did happen from the marking contest up the ground from Shepherd. Shepherd acknowledged that Lacroix was deep, and just a flat 45-metre pass to get over the top of the likes of Daniel Merritt straight to Lacroix. Good catch in the end. Should go back and slot another one.
Lining up for his second. And pops it straight through.
He don't miss.
Doesn't look like missing.
I would think in the AFL football there's maybe six. I think a lot of players. I think it's the bane of their modern game that a lot of people don't like to have a shot on goal. But here's Glass, just really well done off that back half. They worked it through, got it out wide. But if I want the bloke who kick for goal for me, this may be in the top 3 or 4, Mark LeCras. Just want to see what happened here with Daniel Merritt's positioning there. Just got under the ball.
Just a little burst here from the Eagles.
That was the cleanest transition that the Eagles have had off half back. They just haven't been able to get that link-up play. On that occasion, they did use the ball well.
It's Cox and Lyle. Lyle won the knock, but Selwood did really well to get it to Prittis. And they win a clearance. Lyle went without it. Rockcliffe didn't. Maloney through traffic. Lyle involved 3 times. Rockcliffe and Maloney likewise. Still going Rockcliffe.
Yeah, did well.
Clark. And they got it out of there somehow, Brisbane, but it's going to be a tough one for Mays. He went back. Glass held his ground. Keeps his feet. Can go back to Cox. And he does, and he'll just slow it down. Relieve a bit of pressure here for West Coast.
Moving on now, play on.
Down the line.
Oh, one on the ear for Shepherd.
Yeah, Clark, Mays, paddled back. Yo, they're going to steal it here, the West Coast. Rosa, Smith, Shepherd, dodging, free and with speed. And an open forward 50. He finds LeCras. The punch came just in time. Darling, Crumming, can't get free. Adcock the tackle. Good pressure from the Lions. Didn't give up on it there. They want a free kick. Ball spills out. Taken by Patfull. Long kick. Brown needs to mark here. McKenzie gets him. Green fishes it out wider to Hanley. He's going to cut back in board. Wants a runner. Redden slips it to Rains. Threw it on the boot. How's it going to bounce? Green's going to get there first. He's got speed. He picks it up. Will he go back in board? Long ball. Redden caught. Great tackle, Mitch Brown.
Oh, that's nearly one of those below the knees free kick.
Yeah.
Hanley back to McGrath. Spots the goals. Runs inside 50. And kicks it behind. Good build-up from the Lions, but just the behind.
It was very close. Probably the fact that he had the ball in his hand for a metre going in. Here's the slide.
No, that's a free kick. You cannot make contact with it below the knee on the shin if you slide in with any part of your body. Well, that's how I read the rule.
He's protecting the ball, wasn't he?
Who?
Yeah, I don't know whether he smashed into the legs.
Well, he only has to make the contact. The contact doesn't have to be vicious at all.
Rockcliffe wins it for Brisbane, and good vision from him because he spotted Hanley on his own. Yet to really get something, a big strong mark inside their forward 50. They got 2-on-1 if he gets it in quickly. Brown and McKenzie. Spoil comes. Green the crummer. A fumble. But he kept his feet. Left foot round the corner. Post.
Gee, they've been dangerous at ground level, haven't they?
Yeah.
When it hits the ground, as we said, they kicked their 4 goals from crumbs.
Hasn't kicked a goal yet, Josh Green, but he looks dangerous every time the ball's on the ground in the forward 50.
He's been close a couple of times.
Yeah.
Post and one right next to it. Big long kick again from Hearn. 2-on-1 Brisbane. Just need to try and keep Hutchings out of it, but Hutchings, well, Mays was almost pushed him in the back there, and it's a win for the West Coast. To be pretty happy with that.
He almost
Mark
did.
Hutchings.
Yeah, it was a 2-on-1 contest, so that is a win for West Coast to get the ball over the line, get equal numbers around the stoppage.
Fox lays it down, but it's pinched by Mays. Probably should have kicked it there. Prittis, tough. Hunts it. Selwood got it out. Great work by Shuey. Naitanui up and down. Here he comes again. Merritt just not having a good game, Daniel.
Good spoil from Nick Naitanui. I mean, you think of forwards that they've got to go for every mark that's in the area. On that occasion, he knew that he had to spoil, and a punch was certainly the most effective option.
Just check my rule book, boys. It has to be forceful contact, so that might have been the reason it wasn't paid a free kick.
Prittis from the clearance to the goal square, and Patfull kills it over the line.
Certainly wasn't game enough, Shorey, to come out and say you're wrong.
Sorry, what was that, mate?
No, I'll keep it to myself.
That was it.
No, but fair point, and there's something that everyone's starting
degrees of force, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone's trying to get a handle on.
Touched off the boot. It'll be a behind. Cox thought he had it, but
he's running back to the centre, Coxie.
He thinks it's a
He's
goal
happy
still.
with it.
No, he was informed it was touched.
Trying to get the review. Might be inconclusive if we did have a review.
Still me. You.
Oh,
Turnover coming. Eagles to send it back in quickly. Oh, that's not a good kick, though. And the Lions get out of jail there.
At 12 points the difference, in extremely, about to lead into that one, actually. Extremely important time, just as he came up on the screen.
Yeah.
Just another goal is going to hurt Brisbane. They need to score here. Just to get out to 3 goals will be near breaking point.
Well, they've opened up the player here, Buick, inboard, open forward line. Adcock got to go short, though. Rains has Mays going past. Now Brown's got free. It's been a rarity, and he's got it.
High ball, just lost his opponent.
30 from goal, Lynchy too. 30 from goal. I would love to think that any time my side was in danger of turning the ball over because they wanted to go short, you had Jonathan Brown 30 metres anywhere within that range to kick the ball to. Just love the out clause there.
He's only had the one kick. This is the important one now. It's his first shot at goal. To get the margin back to a goal. He likes it. It's through. He's into the game and the Lions are still there.
He's another one who'll love the ball in his hands when you're kicking
absolutely.
it goal.
He's been kicking extremely well. I mean, he hasn't had a lot of the ball this year, but when he gets it, he converts his opportunities. I'm not sure he'd be actually overly wrapped with this option for him to finally get a goal and then go have a spell on the bench. But so he just got rid of his opponent early. Nice big chest mark, protecting the drop zone. And very handy goal for the Brisbane Lions. Bring the margin back to 6 points.
Let's go down to Barry Hall because Simon Black's getting ready to come into the game.
And as you can see there, boys, Simon Black, what great news. First game in 2013. Welcome back.
Yeah, good to see him. He had an extremely interrupted, or he didn't have a pre-season.
Leicester's out, boys. Leicester's gone to the interchange. So he's been subbed out, I think.
Yep. So Nat Nui from the middle, but it's smothered by Maloney. Rains the clearance. Glass backed himself to get it. Polkinghorne kept it going forward off the ground. 2 goes at it. It might just stay in play here. It doesn't. Still just a 1-kick game. 8 points at quarter time, 2 points at half time. And just every time the Eagles look like breaking away, there's Ryan Lester out of the game. The Lions come back. And from this throw-in,
he was okay too, Lester.
Yeah, he was. He was very good last week as well.
Rockcliffe. Selwood will be happy to see that over the line.
Wester had the 16 disposals today.
Leuenberger and Nat Nui. And fascinating to watch this battle. Leuenberger's been terrific. Not 15. Mackenzie went back into traffic. Wellingham gave it back to him. He didn't really want it. Good pressure the Lions. Wellingham to clear. Long ball. Patfull and Darling. Here comes Merritt.
Oh, big
down
jump.
Goes
Trouble
Merritt.
over the back.
And here go the Eagles. The spoils
well
a good
done,
one from Adcock. And he might get a free kick, and he does.
Yes, he will. No, that's no doubt against Lacroix then.
It looked high.
They've been going at each other behind play for about a quarter and a half now.
Good spoil.
Daniel Merritt, I tell you what, he'd be breathing a sigh of relief. If you're going to go for these marks, you've got to make sure that they stick.
Yep. So Adcock just to get it long and hope that maybe Lyle can get up and grab it. He
did all right.
He recovered really well, sorry. Good smother. Prittis, second effort. Polkinghorne got a hand on it. Rains gives it to Polkinghorne. Yo cruising past. Didn't see Kennedy coming. Ball spills free play on the call. Selwood, Nat Nui, Mitch Brown with Prittis. And the Eagles looking to get the transition moving quickly. Can't just yet. Here's Gaff. Gets on his left boot. Merritt. This time he got in front of Darling. Thought about the switch. A bit of a risk. Kennedy closed down the space. Had to wait till Kennedy moved off. Hanley's gone back for the Lions. He spent most of the time centre forward. And popped it up for Kennedy to have a good look at it.
I tell you what, Simon Black will be filthy, boys, because the play's been on this side of the ground. He can't get on the ground yet.
Nat Nui up with a big spoil. Down goes Green, but Nat Nui.
Second effort.
Cleverly got it, but it's come unstuck for the Eagles. Now they've got away. Brennan off the outside of the boot and some space here for Josh Hill. Adcock comes to him. Took him out. Darling looking for Hill. Over the top, Gaff arrives. think the Lions thought they'd run it out, and they finally do.
That was well done by Jed Adcock. He left his man to help out here. Let's have a look at Merritt here. Gee, this is the one you've got to stick. They've got to mark it. And that ball came to a West Coast Eagles player. And Simon Black.
He's on. As fast as he's ever run.
You get the tape of that one, Lindsay.
Oh, he's out of it.
There you go. Great to see him back out there. Struggled with a knee injury through the pre-season. So he's basically only trained the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Crowd very happy to see their champion back. Nat Nui punching it forward. Black involved straight away.
Free kick. There you go.
Simon Black.
No wonder he won a Brownlow.
That was a goal too.
So Leicester out, Black on, and he's into the game. 5 minutes remaining in this quarter. It's still a goal game. Black just measures the pass and finds his target.
Thanks, Andrew. Hold. Play on.
Clark trying to get Hanley free.
Play on. Still me.
And down the line he goes. He's going to get a cheer every time he gets it.
I thought it was a bit bizarre, boys, that he wasn't put on at half-time because Bossy spoke a lot about his program and playing games, and I think to play a quarter and a little bit of football is, you know, in terms of program and progressing to the highest level of footy, I thought he would have at least played a half of footy today.
Baz, I think they were going all right. So, you know, you've probably got to have a faith in the players, what they're doing out on the day. I understand what you're saying, but that was the only reason I think it wouldn't have been rolled over.
Big switch here. Rosa going to ask a bit of glass. And the skipper off the outside of the boot. Darling. And professionally just pushes it over the line.
Yeah, happy for that one over the line. But again, I think very extremely tight game, not just on the scoreboard, just a massive arm wrestle. No player from either team really getting in space.
Cox, the long kick in. Danger ball here. Now Kennedy got rid of Hanley. Merritt found something. Merritt. Leuenberger over the top. Maloney got some runners out wide, but he cuts back into traffic. Yo, Redden. Short into the middle. Polkinghorn. Buick leads for him, but he wants it long. It's Josh Green. He doesn't like it up high.
No.
Glass tumbles. Just out wide. They go, and Mitch Brown thought about playing on.
Got to hem in here. They don't want to switch from the West Coast Eagles, Brisbane Lions. Make them kick down the line to the contest.
And that's exactly what he has to do. And Clark can come and spoil.
Oh, he's got to be good. Well done, son. Gee, I love the way that he thinks about leaving his man. No fear in the way that he makes his decisions, which is great.
Yeah, it's a big ask to leave someone like Jack Darwin who can really hurt you the other way, but he was prepared to do it.
Cox made good position. Unlucky not to get a free kick. Selwood trying to knock it forward. Black. They get off him, but the kick a little bit short. Rains just trying to scoop it back into the middle. Selwood to clean up. Prittis. Plenty of it in the third quarter. Yeah, it's coming back. It's
the ball was right near it. The ball was
free kick was holding Rockcliffe and Shuey. So Prittis kicked it from basically just in front of us. So it's going to come back.
So that's a really poor decision. Again, that's against the West Coast Eagles.
Well, the Lions will set up a defensive zone here. Merritt taking off as much time as he can before he kicks it back.
Well, the ball comes back 50 metres and you get 30 seconds to set up defensively. So I think that's a huge win. Professional free kick from the Lions they'd be claiming.
Prittis. Selwood took it, did well, kept going, top of the square. Hanley pushing towards the boundary.
Did well.
Well, he might have done well. Don't know about that one, Tony. Should have found the boundary line. He didn't, and it could be costly. Hutchings. That's a mark to Redden. Gaff almost something from nothing there, but.
Tell you what, Simon Black was lucky there, boys, because Sal would come from the corridor to get that ball to kick it in, and he didn't put any pressure at all into him.
Maloney on the way out for Brisbane.
Well, they've got the overlap here. They've got two spares. Josh Green's the second receiver. Almost in forward 50, just haven't been able to get to him.
Move on, play on, play on. No. Pierce Hanley out the way, take it back. No, it's not a free kick. Just go back. No contact on the man on the mark.
A little confusion here.
Well, shepherding off the mark, trying to let him come in board. And the umpire said, you've got to get away from that area.
Did it make any difference to what was about to happen?
No, mate.
Let's just move on with the game. Taken forward by Rockcliffe off the crumb. Leuenberger got rid of Cox. How will big Leuenberger go? Leuenberger! What a game he's having. Scores a level.
He's been super impressive. I think going into the game, we thought, yeah, it's going to be a massive ask for him to go head-to-head with Nat Nui and Cox. He's done it and done it beautifully. He's been more athletic around the ground probably than both players on the opposition. Then he can rest forward, and he did this well. Just pushed off Cox. They were in the ruck, and he pushed forward, and that's what you want from a ruckman. If you can do some good work forward, ruckmen aren't good fullbacks traditionally.
He's over 200 centimetres and he's dribbling them through like Peter Dacos.
I'll tell you what, Johnny Worsfold will be saying, hey, boys, how was that not changed over? There's someone in defence, whether Dean Cox didn't communicate to get someone back there, had to happen early.
And All Black just a half a fumble, then tumbles it through his legs. Scores level, and we've got a minute remaining in this third quarter. Golby leads in the race for the ball, but went past it. Yo through that. Rockcliffe has got to go back to a runner, and it's Polkinghorne. And he runs direct. And he wants Brown. He pulls the kick. Brown on the second attempt. Likes to wheel around. Buick leads for him.
Leuenberger.
He goes long. They've got faith in the big man.
Oh, that's holding the man.
He's got it again, though, Leuenberger. He got it out to Buick. 20 seconds remaining. Lions desperate for a goal before three-quarter time.
See, I tell you, there's a lot of arms involved in here, and Leuenberger goes to the front. Was he wrapped up by Glass? And well, let's see if he holds him down. Oh,
no,
that's just good contest. Yeah.
Glass at his best, all right, the octopus.
Leuenberger flipped it out the back. Rains just lost his footing for a second.
Straight up, guys.
His hit-outs are really good. Michael Voss down on the boundary line, ready for the three-quarter time huddle. He'd be very happy the way things are progressing at the moment.
Well, they've won 2 quarters. Not much in this game all day, but the Lions pressing forward again. Given up, though, by Rains. Mitch Brown. Kick, tumbled forward.
Oh, good play.
Hutchings just kicking it forward for the West Coast Eagles. What a game has been set up so far from the first 3 quarters. 63 points apiece. Michael Voss knows that a victory is within his grasp. Don't go anywhere. We've got a thriller on our hands, and a Saturday afternoon at the Gabba. Scores a level.
In a lot, the West Coast Eagles, but as we know, when they do get it in, they score. Now we can see they've made a change here. Looks like Dalziel has come in. Looks like Brown has gone out, boys.
Yeah, looks like Brown's on the pine.
Yep,
bit of extra
Brown.
run off half-back.
Scores level. We're down to a 1-quarter game. It's an important one for the West Coast Eagles after getting some form back last week. They need to get back winning to get back towards the 8. Black wins the clearance for the Lions, taken by Smith. He just sends it back to where it just came from. Golby reads it the best. Handball over the top's a clever one. Maloney been very good. His third quarter was good. And here is Hanley, who's drifted forward again.
They seem to be running harder to get into space. Brisbane.
He just wanted to get it in there quick. Brown arrived late and gave away the free kick.
That's 2 Shepherd's. Shepherd's gone back with the fly of the ball twice in 30 seconds there.
Yeah.
But they've got to make a better contest than that. If it hangs in the air that long, you know, even though they've got 1 extra man back, someone's got to get to that contest to make the spillage.
Got some real space here, Glass. No one coming to him just yet.
Well, this is a first almost for the day.
Yeah, we haven't seen this at all. And now he kicks down the line, hoping for Schofield.
Yeah, it's against Brisbane.
Against McGrath.
Did he turn his body? Yeah.
He just came in, just probably had the eyes on the player from afar. A bit hard to tell.
Schofield, top of the square. Clark was up for the big punch, but did he find the boundary? Not yet. Kennedy hoping for a miracle.
Oh,
almost got it, hit the post.
I thought he was trying to centre that.
You'd be pretty sure he wasn't.
He was going for a handful, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I think Woosher would be just really hopeful that his team are up and going, and we'll be able to tell straight away from the defensive pressure here. They've got to keep the ball here in their forward 50.
McGrath. He was under some pressure to get that out, and he found his target.
She's a good kick under that sort of pressure.
Yeah. Elliot Yeo. He's not sure where to go, so not a bad
they're
zone
out here if they can get over the top.
He's off.
He moved off. Now he's got to hit his target low, and he's given it a fair bit of air.
Oh, that's a great grab.
Strong hands from Golby.
He's becoming a very good player, Mitch Golby.
Well, that could have been a crucial turnover.
Yep.
He found Patfull back in the middle. Now kicks long, hoping for Leuenberger. Nat knew he's got speed to get there. Leuenberger with the spoil. It dropped short. He's back on it.
Well done.
Picked up well, very clean below the knees. Hanley pulled the kick, found Zorko. Maloney's running, so's Hanley. Look at the long handball from Zorko to Pierce Hanley. 55 metres out, squaring ball. Lyle, no crummer just yet. Redden showed courage. Fished it back to Simon Black.
Oh, yeah.
He's back in black.
And you see the teammates come from everywhere to celebrate with Simon Black. Just in the right spot, finds himself in the right spot an enormous amount of time. Just gets to the pack there, and he's just out in space. You can't leave Simon Black 30 metres from goal all by himself.
Great
He'll do that to you all day.
Just terrific stuff here by Redden.
Oh, yeah. The discipline, yeah, just desperation to get involved in the contest, and great handball.
Nice for Simon Black to get the goal, but he's put his team in front.
Oh, this has gone the script, boys, because as soon as it hits the ball at ground level, they have looked so dangerous, Brisbane. Absolutely. In the air, they don't look as dangerous. Down the other end, West Coast look dangerous in the air.
Prittis beautifully sharked, gave it over to
these
Shuey.
marking contests.
Spoil from Patfull. Dalziel onto the ground. Quick hands, Rockcliffe.
Jeez,
Simon Black on the left boot. Yeah, but he kicks it straight to McKenzie, who read it the best. And he's going to just give it off to Hearn. And heads to the wing. It's out in front, so you can run onto it here, Schofield. Hook it over the top. Hutchings to go. It took a little bit
Good
long.
Pressure.
He took a little bit long.
Good pressure.
And the ball's out on the full. Just didn't accelerate as soon as he got it.
No, it didn't. And Hearn will be accredited with an effective kick, but the fact that bounced in front of Schofield.
There's that man again.
Just made him stop, and good work from Redden. Probably hasn't been in the best of form.
He's played like a permanent forward today.
He's been really good.
Kick is not a good one. It's going to come back quickly for the West Coast. Schofield touches it on the ground, runs to 65 metres out, kicks it looking for Kennedy on Natanui. They both go up and they both go down. Darling couldn't take it cleanly. It ricochets off his back. McGrath toe poked it forward. Prittis. McGrath again. No possession though. Gaff holding it. They hold him.
Gee, Natanui's Kennedy's come back. Natanui's nearly killed Kennedy with this knee in the back here. He would have marked the ball, Kennedy, too, because he was off merit.
There, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Holding free kick. It's a Brisbane ball.
Oh, he's
Black's racking them up.
Simon Black.
Could be the move of the year, even though we were subbing, it had to happen.
Kick falls short, though, and Hearn in the way. Ball just going back to where it came from, time and time again. Wellingham off his line, moves it quickly. Hits it up high, hoping for Nick Nat. He's got to run at it.
Oh, Paddy.
And he's got it.
Big grab.
Well, it goes to script again, Lynchy.
Yep.
Kick it on, they'll mark it.
Jeez,
This will be his second.
Left your line there. Mark here. You're level with it now, Danny.
Such a dangerous player. I'm saying Leuenberger's probably had the better of the two West Coast ruckmen. Game's far from over yet.
Oh, it's a lot of twists and turns to come yet. Natanui for his second goal. The lead changes again. The Eagles back in front.
Well, Nick Natanui will be very happy with that one. Nice pass from Hearn, and well in hand to get around on the body and get it quickly to the top of the goal square. So you, as best you possibly can, give your forward the chance to have a one-on-one contest. It was probably a two-on-one, but when you got that sort of athleticism and leap, it was almost an uncontested grab. He was up that high. There's a fantastic mark, 15 metres out, dead in front. Put the Eagles a point up.
Super athlete, second goal, margin back to a behind. 1 point game.
Let's go, boys.
We're a quarter way through the final stanza. Nat Nui, Leuenberger just cutting it off. Maloney the clearance. Brown didn't know where it was. Rosa did. Schofield. It's been good in this start of this last quarter, had plenty of it. Out comes Wellingham. Yo got him. Rockcliffe, Rains, Maloney. They share it well, Brisbane. They get it to Adcock, presenting Hanley. He'll like to move it quickly. And it's just off the side a little bit, so Green has to wait. And it goes over the back.
In the back.
Advantage not paid, it's coming back. And there'll be a shot at goal. It's going to Jordan Lyle.
Jordan Lyle. Again, ball quick to dangerous position.
7 marks to 5 inside 50, boys. The West Coast Eagles have kicked 6 goals from their 7 marks, and Brisbane have kicked 1. So and that was the Jonathan Brown. Now this is a chance. Oh, that's a free kick here, so no mark.
No, here's Lyle for his first goal of the season in his first game for 2013. Relatively straightforward from 35 metres out, and he slots it back in front. The Lions get the lead again.
Well, he's played a valuable role, Jordan Lyle. The fact that he's got to hang in there for 5 or 10 minutes, or probably 5 minutes a quarter, to relieve Matty Leuenberger. And at 6'5", you're dangerous up forward, and that was just a bad free kick against Darren Glass, just to basically shove him under the ball. That is a push in the back. No matter whether you're confused by the interpretations in recent weeks or not, that's a big shove in the back.
Another lead change at the Gabba.
Yeah, important 2 minutes now. Lyle's into the ruck, so Leuenberger will be having a spell.
Thumbs up, Brad.
They've got Cox in the middle and Nat Nui having a rest as well.
Just got to hold up tight here, Brisbane.
Lyle wins the clearance. Big spoil coming. Taken by Shepherd. Selwood.
Free kick.
Coming back to Shepherd, the free kick. It's coming back.
Well, Brisbane Lions players now, they've got the chance. They've got to push down a couple of lines to go and get players behind the ball here.
No holding, Jordan.
So Shepherd.
No holding,
Just imbuing. I hate that handball behind. That should be banned.
And Hearn can kick it 65 metres. Long ball in. There's some pushing and shoving.
Oh, he's marked that.
He's paid the mark. It's a Lacroix mark.
Well, that handball, that area of you protect the player and no other man can go into it. I don't think anybody should be allowed within 5 metres of the player who's got the ball. That was half a metre. You cannot be defended by a player who's doing the right thing defensively on ball.
That's one of the things you're passionate about.
I hate it. Well, you do a job defensively and then the player can get that because no one else is allowed her in the 5 metre zone. And if you follow him, he just goes around the corner and the block's put on.
I think Daniel Merritt's gripe there was that it was his hands that had the initial contact, but always difficult in that situation.
Hard to tell. We'll have a close look maybe after this kick. But Lacroix for his third, for another lead change.
Oh.
Straight through. West Coast back in front. What a game we've got here.
Yeah, the tempo's starting to pick up, actually. It was defensively, but now there's some really nice work in the forward 50, and that's a good mark. Big jump from over the back. Merritt in the front feels that he got his right hand onto the ball, and he probably got a fair amount onto it, but you got to pay that, if not for anything but Lacroix got cleaned up by one of his own players at the end of it, so he deserves a free kick, probably not within the rules, but happy to slot that one back, and West Coast back in front.
So Kennedy with 4, Lacroix with 3.
As you can see there, he's had 9 possessions. He's had 5 score involvements, kicked 3 goals. He's so dangerous as a forward.
Cox and Lyle. Lyle won it down to Maloney. And he just tried to get the handball out. Dalziel gave it up. Yo. It's a tough one to win. Maloney just scrambles it forward. Glass standing strong. Out to Shepherd. Great work by the captain there. And they're looking dangerous when they go long here, the Eagles. Got a couple of goals by bombing it in. And Darling runs it over the line. Both teams searching for their 3rd win of the season. And we know the Lions have got a horror run of difficult games coming up. Cox. Quick kick by Dalziel. Out of mid-air, it was Pierce Hanley, and it'll be rushed through from behind. So the margin all of a sudden goes up to 2.
He's got away with that one, Pierce Hanley. Seemed to be a lot of holding going from both players, but he's done well to get the boot to it, just to clear that contest.
Just have a look at this Lacroix mark, and we just want to see the blocks on. Oh, well, did he get one around the neck from Kennedy? But he did lose his man in Lacroix. Haven't been happy with that matchup all day. I think he's just too loose, and you'd like to have his rebound from half back with Jed Adcock.
So Clark to Golby. Again, strong hands from him.
Strong hands. That's 2 really strong marks in that part of the ground.
And they've had to be, haven't they?
Yeah, because the turnover cost them a goal.
Zorko finding it hard to get out of their defensive half here, Brisbane.
Leuenberger down the line. He's got glass. Oh, gee.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous kick.
And the turnover comes.
Oh, Schofield should have given it.
Schofield pops up and sees Josh Hill. Well worked by the Eagles. They refuse to give up the zone.
Well, Schofield, he probably torched 2 of his teammates with the handball and then had enough time to turn around and honour the lead. So beautiful pass to hit up Hill, but thought at the time.
Gee, a shocking kick from Dane Zorko, though. You're on the half-back flank. You try and get it in the corridor with a man on a 50-50, and this turnover just cost you a goal.
Josh Hill
or a shot at goal
to make the Lions pay.
A goal.
Yeah, straight through, and some real breathing space here for the Eagles.
Now Zorko's played enough football, even at senior level, away from AFL, to know you're on the half-back flank. Here he is here. This is a 50-50 contest, a 10-metre pass, just outside the 50 arc. Kicked the ball 60 metres down the line. Leuenberger was down there and put pressure on the opposition to defend instead of you then turning it up. Look, you've got to go with that. It's not a great decision. That is a shocking decision.
Yeah.
It was goal for quite a while. Now 2 in a row to the Eagles. Get them out to 8 points.
Very important back-to-back goals from the Eagles. The Lions need to answer again. And as you'd expect, they will.
Natanui and Leuenberger, the 2 key players, back out there. Big punch from Natanui. First to it, Black. Handball back, overrun by Polkinghorn.
That's kicking him down.
And he pulled it as well, so fair enough decision.
Lions trying to move it quickly to Merritt. Maloney has run for him. And he spots him.
Right there, that's your mark. Play on.
And Maloney, down the line he goes.
Play on.
Ball at ground level. Shepherd came through, but he's caught. Green had Buick going past, but Hearn read it.
Right in.
Let's have a look at the score sources again. Turnovers 10-6 to 7-4. And so obviously the Brisbane Lions still dominating. They're hurting West Coast on the turnover. They're able to transition that to the scoreboard. Much better than West Coast at this stage.
Wellingham.
Well, someone's behind play, boys. Someone's gone down behind play. Looks like the Brisbane Lions player. He's just getting to his feet now on the flank just from here.
Josh Green, I think.
Tommy Rockcliffe.
Oh, was it?
Come around.
5-1 from stoppages, West Coast Eagles. Not a score from stoppages for Brisbane.
Pat full force to kick it long to a contest. Plenty of players there. Natanui the spoil. In the middle of all of that is Smith. Halfway through the final quarter. Again from the stoppage. Hard to get clear.
Ball's out.
It's not really out just yet.
Not sure what it's out of. Out of the wrapper, that's about it.
Straight up there,
But, yeah, massive players, very competitive again.
Let him go.
Look, it's a real shame for Brisbane at the moment, the position they're in.
Hey, don't do it.
As we see the elbow there, and that's the reason he's down.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, it's a real unfortunate position. They're heading inside 50s, uncontested possession and contested possession, so they really should be in front. They've done a lot right.
Yep, they have.
Spiralled forward by McGrath to Brown, and somehow he made the mark.
He did, and...
Can he do it again for him? Can he get him off the...
Well,
he's a superstar, we know that. He's waning, we know that, but he's done it so many times.
and this is the spot when you're going off the training track, before you go down the Lions race, this is where you have your
a bet
shot.
on it with your mate.
You always have your shot here. You got the bucket of balls. And you just have a few pings to see who grabs the drinks after training.
We're right behind him. What supervision we've got here. We'll be able to follow the kick.
He's flushing them too.
Such an important one for Brown. No, it's out to the right. It'll be still in play. Not for long. It's pushed through for a behind. 7 points. Not his best kick.
No, it wasn't. He's been hitting these long kicks extremely well all season.
Speaking of long kicks, Hearn's been good at this.
Got to stop this bloke from playing on and getting extra 10. Still kicks a long way.
There's the extra 10 over the back. Big kick.
Merritt the spoil. Up and down it goes. Numbers favour the Eagles, but Maloney got a hand in. Rains, Mays, Black's under pressure. He's caught on his wrong side. He got up, clearing kick came.
Outnumbered here too. Lions favoured.
Mays back in board. It was a good call from Adcock. And Adcock sends it back towards Brown. Well, Lyle.
Gee.
Had 2 goes at it.
Massive chunk of that.
And Glass will clear. Clever handball to Smith. And here they go, the Eagles. Transition footy. Selwood. Forced out wide. McGrath just waited for it. Numbers for the Lions. They might need them. Patfull, McGrath, Yo, Patfull. They worked it out. Rockcliffe. Vision was good to spot Rains. Still going, Brisbane. Rockcliffe wants him to come at him so he can find a player on the lead. And he found Brown. Well done, Rockcliffe. And the crowd sensing that Brown is having an influence late in the game.
He is. He absolutely is. And the Lions are still running on top of the ground. They seem to be flowing. The overlap run is certainly coming to the fore at the moment. So it's a great contest here. This one will just bring him back to a point if he can slot this.
Well, he missed the first one, the one a couple of minutes ago, I should say. And here to get his team back within 1. Much easier kick.
Oh, yeah.
Slots it straight through. The Lions refuse to lie down.
Oh, well done. Gee, good transition off the half-back line. You know, these players are getting tired. It's been a pretty brutal affair out there with 7 minutes on the clock. They worked it beautifully coming off the half-back line. And that man, Tommy Rockcliffe, was involved in a number of stanzas of play to keep the ball alive. And he's in front, bigger body. They say they don't get any smaller the longer the game goes. No. And he's a big body, all right.
Don't get any smaller, don't get any lighter. And he just got off his man. Nice mark, 2 grabs.
2 goals to Jonathan Brown. Margin back to a point. Rockcliffe with his 29th disposal setting that up. He's had a big afternoon. In fact, the Lions have had 78 more disposals, yet they still trail. Nat Nui. Beautifully down to Prittis. Cox, strong hands on a long lead, just out of his range.
Oh, that's 50.
Well, Simon Black got away with one there.
Absolutely, because that's been officiated all year as 50 metres.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his man running forward.
And then coming out to leave his man, Rockcliffe pushes it out wider, hoping for Brown. And Brown would hope that he can get it out of bounds. McKenzie took them on, ducked his head and kicked it long. Here comes Kennedy. Coming through Merritt. Prittis front and square. Gets a free kick in the back, legged. Might just be out of range here, Prittis.
Just out of range.
Yep. Spots a man peeling off. And he got him. And it's Dalziel the sub.
And he's in range.
Yep.
So good little pass, just to get inside forward 50. But cracking contest. Good work from McKenzie.
Terrific stuff, McKenzie, because to all purposes, it was going to go out of bounds.
Yeah. Great work. Ex-Brisbane Lion player, Brad Dalziel. Got a couple of seasons up here.
So Dalziel, the sub. Important kick. Just to keep them at arm's length.
Oh, he knows the ground all right.
He knows how to kick a goal. Super finish from Dalziel.
Another answer from the West Coast Eagles on this occasion. And Dalziel's the sub. Managed to find a little bit of space, 45 metres out, and was used well from Matty Prittis, who knew that he wasn't up to carrying the journey. Just got a little ankle tap, and he thought his way through beautifully, and thought it was a waste of time just blazing away and dropping it to the 2 metre mark. Dalziel slots one.
Second goal for the year for Dalziel, but such an important one to get that margin back to 7.
9 goals from 14 now from marks inside 50, the Eagles. It's something defensively, I think, you know, Michael Voss, they've been really good today, and they can still win this game, but they'll look at that during the week, no doubt, how that occurs.
Black couldn't get boot to ball. Maloney over it, and I think we'll have another ball up. We will.
The other issue with that, all year, when they haven't had many inside 50s, they've still kicked a lot of goals from marks anyway, so it might be just the talent in their forward line, which is so good.
They certainly have some potency up there.
Prittis, so good in that situation. Black missed it. Rockcliffe over to Rains. It's off the side. Not 15. Patfull with a left arm punch. Maloney up and down. Selwood with him. Each one of these contests now, each one of these stoppages become more and more important as the clock ticks down. We're under 6 minutes.
Soaks up time, soaks up energy. Anxiety levels of both teams rise.
Dalziel the clearance. Not 15. McGrath thought it was. Got it to Black. Now Redden, Smith come up over the top of him. Shepherd there for the Eagles. Rockcliffe worries him and worries him over the line.
Black up to 11 disposals. Came on towards the end of the third term.
Head-to-head on Prittis, are they now? Just go, how good's that for a battle? 2 of the best clearance players in the competition.
Prittis trying to get to Maloney.
I tell you what, they wouldn't win a stall gift between them.
Good knock by Cox, but Polkinghorne somehow read it and then got through the traffic. Over the back is where the Eagles have been good. Schofield to mop up and kick it long, and it's a beautiful pass. And away goes Dalziel. The handball to the wrong side of Rosa. Now he's got time. Big kick from Rosa, right to the line. It looks a goal. It's a fantastic goal to Rosa.
Under an enormous amount of pressure, knew he was going to get hit, and just got the ball on the boot with enough weight to get over the line. But good build-up, see on transition. This great spread from Brad Dalziel. He ran off Simon Black, to be fair, and this is where they got the overlap. It was a terrible handball, but Rosa was good enough to make the most of the limited space that he had, and probably got over the line by about 2 metres.
Great finish from Matt Rosa, his first goal for the afternoon, but what a time to kick it, to give your team a 13-point break. And how good Schofield been in this last quarter, cleaning up for the Eagles.
Yeah, he read that ball going inside forward 50 for Brisbane so well, dropped off the back and swept it out.
Rockcliffe still working hard. That's a very clever handball out to Golby. The Lions have got to get the next goal. Hanley trying to move it quickly, sense of urgency now. Ball beats everybody except Smith. Schofield again. Dalziel cut off by Hanley. Redden had no one to give it to. Smith again. Dalziel. Chain of handballs from the Eagles. Prittis prefers to kick. It's an up and under. Adcock to spoil. Gaff. The Eagles just seem to be winning the tight balls now.
Just getting more numbers of the contest just over the last few minutes.
And here they go. Gaff hard running. They're getting closer to goal. He took his time.
Probably in the back.
Holding the ball.
Pinged him. That's really good defensive chasing as well.
I agree with that free kick, but a lot of times when they just ride him in the thing, they forget about the dropping the ball first and give the push in the back, but I'm glad they didn't on that occasion, because there's no doubt he dropped it first. Got to go up the corridor here. Looks like you take it on here.
Yeah, they can't afford to. Oh, that could be the error. That could be the one. Josh Hill with speed and poise and a bullet goal. That's it for the Eagles.
Just critical mistakes in critical parts of the ground, and what was happening there, 80 metres off the ball, Josh Green was running into the forward 50. If the handball hits the target, the next kick goes to Josh Green, and then so we just see Josh Green at the top of the screen. He's about to run off into play, so Merritt has to hit this handball, and then the next one will go to Green in the forward 50, but turnover, knife to the heart.
Well, that's actually 82 to 101, that score. The margin is 19 points, not 13. What a time to kick a goal, Josh Hill. What a time for Daniel Merritt to make that error. And the Eagles have really, when the game's been up for grabs right here in the last 5 minutes, they've kicked 3 in a row.
West Coast have gone early. They've dropped all numbers back, so they're +2 defensively. So you're going to see a bit of this from the Lions over the next couple of minutes.
It's very tough to get through this traffic now. Schofield again. Just mopping up everywhere at the moment for the visitors. And there just to slow things down onto the Chester Hill.
Well, Hill has to slow things down because he's got actually no one to kick it to. The umpire goes down heavily in the middle of the ground. But got to be patient here. They'll go long and wide, you'd suspect.
Just all the way up. Spoil. Came from Patfull.
We just heard the umpire say right down the time. I think when that umpire went down, they just want to check. I thought he fell over his own feet, but they might. Well, that's why they said right down the time.
Maybe another player involved.
Yep. Handball by Rockcliffe. He's just searching out wide, hoping someone can run onto it.
Put the shutters up.
And West Coast will just try and close this down now.
Where's the umpire? McGrath. Oh, well, that's. Yeah, it's accidental. You just don't even worry about it.
To be fair to the umpire, he's not aware of what happened.
Exactly.
So that's why he noted it.
You're not supposed to get in that area, but still.
Somehow slipped it to Maloney. Got it over Rockcliffe. Good running. Hanley. One more. Zorko. Maybe two more.
Good hands.
They've got numbers, though. Buick missed his target, which was Brown. They've still got numbers, Brisbane. Adcock's tired.
Well,
hands and knees.
Oh, gee, was lucky there. He's out on his feet, isn't he?
Worked very hard. I mean, players from both teams have worked extremely hard.
Just one player, Josh Green, Lynchy. I reckon he's got to do a bit of work below his knees, even though he's super quick. He's not great at just picking first grab, you know, and that's what little blokes do.
Yeah.
Stretch from Brown, couldn't take it. McKenzie, Wellingham to Rosa. Oh, they've worked this out very cleverly indeed. Selwood to Hill. That's good stuff, West Coast. There was the 4A4, the Lions were hoping for a mark and they just didn't panic. And they've really been, you'd have to say, in the last quarter, when the game was up, they've just been smarter.
A lot of their senior players, just the control that they've had.
This is Wellingham.
Dalzill's made a difference. He's come on the ground, had 11 disposals in the last term.
Yep. That's what you do as a sub, fresh legs on a day where players have got tired because there's been a bit of water around on the surface.
There you go.
Play on.
Cool play on.
LaCroix, well, no one came near him. Into the pocket, he was hoping for Darling. Patfull at the back. Over the line it goes once again.
Rockcliffe's been good in the last quarter. Had the 9, black 9. The Lions have had a slight advantage in disposals. Just haven't quite used it as well.
Hutchings, not to beat.
It's amazing when you talk about subs and the type of person becomes a good sub. You're thinking leg speed or a big player to take over. Brad Dalziel, he's had his 11, kicked a goal, like you said, so he's been massive. And he's not super quick, but he just accumulates the ball. So well done to him.
Leuenberger.
Oh, that's his first mistake.
Yeah, he just got a bit carried away there, but he just realised that he had to move it quickly, but that's not his job. Glass into the pocket. Up goes Darling.
Basically the last shot of the day.
Come around that way. That's your line now. John, you got to come back, mate.
John Worsfold will be wrapped just about the work rate and getting numbers of the contest, and visually you see they just worked harder.
15 seconds.
So Darling has kicked just to behind today. So he's been well held by Joel Patfull. Just one behind.
No.
Oh, it's 50.
Not sure what Redden did there.
Well, he felt that he was going to play on and coming around the angle, but the thing is, you can't make that decision. You have to wait for the umpire to make the call.
No, it's a pretty clear process. We do it all the time.
And explain.
Darling might not have got his first goal. He will now. And all of a sudden, a credit to the West Coast Eagles. They're going to win this game by 26 points. And he bangs it through, courtesy of the 50 metres. The siren sounds. Scores were level at three-quarter time. A thriller was up for grabs. It was goal for goal. But when the game was there to be won, when the pressure was on, the West Coast Eagles were the best team on the day. And certainly, the way they won it will certainly please John Worsfold, because in the end, they've won by 26.
Yeah, he'd take that every day of the week. But Michael Voss, he'd be gutted the fact that they've lost the game. But there's so much to like about how the Brisbane Lions went about it. I think for most part they were playing at closer to their optimum than the West Coast Eagles were. See Simon Black catching up with a fellow Western Australian, Brad Dalziel, an ex-teammate. But look, I think Vossi can take a lot out of this game. But the story probably is the West Coast are alive and well. They've won 3 games now in the first 7 rounds, and they've got some games, or winnable games, over the next few weeks to really put themselves back in contention for the top 8.
And Matthew Priddis was sensational once again with 29 disposals. Here he is with Barry.
Yeah, Matty, well, probably the toughest road trip in footy coming up to Brisbane from Perth. They made you earn it, didn't they?
Absolutely, mate. They've beaten us a couple of times up here, and we know we're going to get a hard 4-quarter effort against them. And we really come up here really wanting to learn about ourselves. We've had a tough start to the year, but we're starting to really work through games, and it's a great result for us.
And at 3-quarter time, it was a tight game, but you seemed to respond at 3-quarter time. What was the address from Woosha?
I think we just had to we were mucking around with it at stoppage, weren't getting the field position. Once we addressed that, the boys up forward really took hold of the game and kicked some good goals for us.
And it must be great to get some players back like Nick Natanui and players like this. They certainly make a difference, don't they?
Absolutely. He's got a lot of class. Jared Runningham's the other one. And we like our depth, and we just got to make sure we keep winning games.
Well done. Have a safe trip.
Thanks, mate.
Yes, their 3rd win for the season, and 18 contested possessions out of 29 for Matthew Priddis. Always working hard, always at the bottom of packs, and always giving his all for the West Coast Eagles.
Isn't he? He's been a super player for a long period of time, and that man would be very happy, very relieved, I would say, as well.
Final margin here at the Gabba, 26 points, West Coast. Too good.